All right, this is Peter Rupert for the Board of Assessment Appeals. It's April 1st, appropriately, April 1st, 2026. And this is the start of the deliberations for all appeals properly brought before the board. Please, let's just stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, yeah. Okay, so.
Should I do the roll call?
So Laura Ronique has come, so I'm going to take you off of the speakerphone, okay?
Sure.
Oh, geez.
And
Take my cell phone.
Thank you.
I don't think you need to. I mean, see if you can get onto the Zoom recording or the phone recording. Okay. You're not seeing us or hearing us?
Okay, you don't need to, Laura.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
thank you, Laura.
Okay, yeah. When we get a break, maybe I'll see if we can get you on. All right? All right, thank you. Bye. All right, so Stephanie, you want to do the roll?
Sure. Peter Rupert,
Present?
Ronique Patel,
Here, present.
Paulette Kuzo,
Here.
Laura O'Brien.
No.
So just, okay. Catherine Gusson.
Here.
Christina Kelly.
Okay.
Am I supposed to-
Paulette?
We can call it, yeah.
I said,
You did me,
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so, Katie, would you like to
Yeah, sure.
lead off? Since you
Sure.
so-
Here, Katie. Okay, so this is appeal number 157. The property address is 104 Burroughs Road. Oh, tell me, are they pre-populated or?
Nope.
Okay, so Burroughs is Burroughs. The property owner is Rolf, spelled ROLF, Marks, MARX.
Okay.
Town has the fair market value at $735,000. The appellant, I'll make a motion that we grant the appeal, reduce the valuation to $550,000.
Okay, all right, I'll second that.
Okay. Okay, so basically this is a house, it was built in 1947. Burroughs is the road the section of Burroughs runs long, but this section specifically is from Judge Street, if you're familiar, to the Black Rock Turnpike. If you're coming from like ShopRite, right? Keep that on your right-hand side and drive away like you're heading down to Sally's Pizza. It's Burroughs is on the right-hand side. Right at the corner there is a Patriot Bank or something. It's a small little stretch, and then it runs to Judd. So both Black Rock and Judd are kind of busy. Burroughs is a major cut through, and this house is directly next to that cemetery that's right there on Burroughs. The house was built in the 1940s. There has been no updating, whatsoever. He sent in pictures. He had a market analysis done, and I will get into that, but he sent in pictures where the bathroom is 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 inches wide. It's their like master bathroom, as it were. No updating whatsoever. If you want to go through and see on the filing, you can see the just the way the house looks. I've actually been to the house, so I can attest that these are accurate. He says he was 96 years old. He's adorable, and he was saying how he has like a runway where he goes to the bathroom, the bedroom, the kitchen. Like that's all he uses in the house, and really everything else. There's significant issues in the basement. It's cinder block walls, and there are holes in them and holes in the floor, and then there's water that comes through. He needs a full heating system redone. Santa Fuel came out and said you need everything that needs to be completely redone for whatever that's worth. Okay, the market analysis. Suzanne Dodge put this together and pulled a whole bunch of comparables as close to him as she could get. I mean, she does have some Stratfield, but she kept it close to Tunxus Hill, the university area. She pulled a couple Lake Hills just because it's a weird it's an older home, it's a small home, and so she tried to keep everything, and it's a very small lot too. So she tried to keep everything the same in capes, anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500, even though I think he's at 13 and change. But anyway, so these are all sales. If you go through, they all closed in the 5s and 6s, and what I say, the town has him at 735. So 565, 520, 620, 575, 546, 540, 515. And these are all the same idea, same size lots, age, home. I'm going to assume, just based on what I've seen of his, that some of these are going to be in much better condition. Like I said, he's a 96-year-old man. He is not making any improvements and hasn't made any improvements. So my recommendation would be that we would grant this appeal to the 550 value. Any discussion? Okay.
I looked at it online, a beautiful bathroom, I have.
Okay, so we want to take a vote?
Who's seconding the motion?
Peter seconded it initially. I'm on the ball with that. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Okay, done.
Yeah.
Get that one.
List. Oh, yeah, here.
Thanks.
I know the spelling is unique on that one, so.
Got it.
Okay, this next appeal is number 872. This is 19 Overlook Avenue. The property owner.
That one came up.
Okay.
That's
okay,
so
good.
weird. Okay, okay.
So for those of you who were here last night, what we were hoping or what we thought was gonna be, you enter the appeal number and everything pre-populates. And so last night it was, but not the correct information. So we had to sit here and go through everything.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so you have Elise Dolan?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, all right. The town has this value set at 657,200, and I will make a motion that we, no? Okay,
No.
so 657,200,
657,200.
yep. And I'll make a motion that we approve this appeal to the opinion of fair market value, $510,000.
That was in there.
So I'll second that motion.
Okay. This property had an appraisal done, and they obviously feel that the eval was excessive. They had this done by Jeffrey Byington is the appraisal company, J.A. Byington Appraisals, and I will read you the comps. The opinion of value for them was 500. Where did they ask to go? 510. So they were asking, I guess, more than the appraisal. The comps were, so this is Overlook Avenue. The comps were 132 Toll House Lane. I don't know. Oh my God, Laura, that's hilarious. 132 Toll House Lane. I'm not, I don't know if that's, I know we talked a lot about Toll House last night. I don't know if that's near Overlook.
Nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it. Oh yeah, you're right. 4.5 miles away. Old Stratfield Road is 0.3 miles away. Melville Ave is 1 mile. I don't know if, not the miles necessarily matter. If the neighborhoods aren't the same, then it doesn't matter how close they are to each other. But those were the comps. If you guys think those are decent comps, I think that's. You put in all this other stuff about sales by the numbers across town. Oh, they have another comp on Black Rock Turnpike, which is 1/10 of a mile away. I know where Overlook is. It's at like Death Trap Street.
yes, it's
Okay,
at-
yeah, but okay, I know where it is. So 5 comps. I don't know. Toll House is the only one I don't know where that is.
That's, Toll House is up by the Parkway, up by the eastern border.
Okay, so like 5 miles away. So maybe not the right spot, but I mean you could.
They made the adjustment,
Yeah, I mean, they always do, but, so I don't know what you guys think. If you think those are decent, there's absolutely no update. Go through the appraisal online. I mean, the kitchen, I think it's charming, but it is like my grandma's kitchen. Like a full-on, just small rooms and really really nothing updated.
What are they asking?
They're asking to go to 510. The appraisal comes in at 500. They're asking to go to 510. So.
I have no issue with that.
Okay, if we think these are decent comps, I mean, other than the one by the Parkway, they're all in their little neighborhood here. And they're all sales done in the valuation period, similar style, et cetera, so. My recommendation would be that we grant the appeal to 510. All those in favor? Okay, opposed? All right. This is for you. Next is Appeal 271. Yes or no?
131 Sawyer Road?
131 Sawyer Road, yes. Property owner is MFD LLC.
Okay.
Okay. The town has this property valued at $694,500. I make a motion that we grant the appeal to the reduced value of $460,000.
I second that.
Let me see what I have here. Okay, so he bought this property in 2021 for $300,000. It's a two-bedroom home. He bought it because he wanted to build a two-family house on the lot, but you need 9,000 square feet to do that, and he did not have it, so he has been denied the opportunity to do that. He brought in 3 comps, 2 on Sawyer Road, which is where this is located, and 1 on Hunyadi. And they've all sold, obviously, in the reval. One for 500, one for 450, and one for 662. But he used that to show that this was a brand new property, the 662, and it sold for less than his house is currently being appraised. So, like I said, the town has him at 694, and so the 86 Sawyer Road is brand new. And so he's not using that to say that's what his is worth. He's using that to say that it's crazy that they think I'm more than that. Hunyadi is a bigger lot. Could do all the comps have enough to make them two-family homes, the lots. His does not. So my recommendation would be to grant this appeal.
I mean, he wants to go all the way down to 400. I mean,
460, what did I say, 400?
just looking on his,
I have 460.
looking on his sheet, it says 4.
Oh yeah, it does say 4, but then this by hand looks like 460, okay.
Oh,
By hand, it looks like a 6, but on this, it says 4. Well, I don't know that I agree with that. He paid 300, it was before,
when did he buy that, Katie?
21.
So if we time adjust it,
And he does have in his March 10th letter there from Worldwide Properties.
Yeah.
It does say 131 Sawyer Road.
And then it says 450, yeah.
450, yeah. So,
And that's what Hunyadi sold for. And then the other one's 500. I mean, I agree that he's entitled to some kind of relief, I think. I think 694 doesn't make sense with these, and these like 3 are right, and 2 are on the street, so it's hard to say that they're not.
he paid 300, you said?
He 300 in early 21.
About 4 years. I can see why he wants to go to 400, because if you time adjust it, for 4 years,
It's 378.
78, 743.
All right, well,
That's why he wants 400. But
What are you using to gross that up? Like, what's the percent?
6% a year.
6% here, okay.
but this comparable sales are over that. I mean, the 450 is the lowest. I don't know the condition of Hunyadi. I don't have any of that in front of me, so that's one that sold, and the other is 5.
He can't do a 2-family there. But
Correct.
I read that appeal too. I think he's got enough he's got like a quarter acre, doesn't he?
I thought he has 9,000, I'll tell you. And 2/10 of an acre, so not quite a quarter, but
Not quite. Okay, so he needs a variance even for a single family.
yeah. He's got 8,500 square feet. So, all right, then let me amend my motion to grant the appeal to the, okay, so what about 475? I say under 500 because 500 has enough to do under 500, because Sawyer sold on 500, then has enough to do a 2-family. He can't, and he'd need help just to even put another house on in general.
Yeah, he needs help even for a single family.
So while they say it's worth 450, how do we feel about 475? We'll split the difference.
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Okay? All right, so I've amended my
Yep.
motion to reduce the value to 475. It's kind of based on nothing, though, but okay.
I guess I didn't need to second
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you're seconding it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll vote. All those in favor? Okay, those opposed? Okay.
Peter and Ronique are opposed.
Who was that was Sawyer, and we did overlook.
No.
No,
This is for you.
Thank you.
I don't know, I thought some things.
There you go.
Pansy Road. Okay, I remember this guy. Okay, this is appeal number 760. Property owner Edward Pinto. property address 121 Pansy Road,
What was he telling me?
760. The town has this value at 786,100. And I'll make a motion to grant this appeal to $675,000.
I second it.
Okay, so he's comparing it to the other properties on Pansy. This house was built in 1948. It's a 1,500 square foot house. It's 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. Let me see. He says, he compares it to another property on Pansy. He's 121. He's comparing it to 107, which is probably next door, maybe one down from that. He says the major difference is there, but that one didn't sell. He just has their appraisal. Right? Let me just make sure before I'm totally wrong. And they are appraised higher than he is. They have central air and a garage, which he doesn't, and they have a finished lower level and a maintained outside of vinyl siding, et cetera. So he does a breakdown of what that value adds and why he thinks his should be lower. I mean,
What values did he give that?
he said it's approximately $125,000 for central air, a garage, a finished lower level, and vinyl siding. What? No way! No way!
Wait, what?
My alarm.
Oh,
He has it at $125,000 in value. I would say maybe even it's more than that, but he gives it 125, and he says the town has them at 25,000 apart, and he thinks that doesn't make any sense considering the
doesn't make any sense.
the upgrades to the other house. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me just make sure he's got. Okay, that's the neighbor. And then this is a comp that sold. This is on Oakwood Drive, which is in the university area. I know Pansy is right off of Stilson, so the university, it's near,
That's not that far away.
this sold, well, I guess it's under deposit right now, or in March, early March, and it was listed at 569. I don't know if it's sold or not, but it's current, it's active now. It's supposedly contingent, or whatever you guys call it.
Yeah, finder.
At 569. Let me see if he has another one. He has another one that did sell in November of 25 for 708, also in the university area on Paper Mill. Go ahead.
He's comparing field card to field card. It's not like actual sales, right?
No, these are sales. These last two are sales. The first Pansy Road one was field card, where it was, that's my neighbor, similar, almost identical home, but they have all these upgrades and the town only says they're this much more than me, but it should be, he feels like it should be another $100,000 difference for air conditioning, garage, vinyl siding, and what was the last thing? Finished basement.
The 107.
The 107 Pansy is not a sale,
Says
it's just a,
The finished basement was done in 2015, so I mean, it's not like
Okay.
a recent,
agreed, but I think his argument is like they have, that's an amenity that I don't have. Like if someone's looking between the two of them, they might pay more for someone that has more finished space. I get what you're saying. It's not like brand new stuff. And so then those two sales, and I think this is just his, yeah, he just feels that he feels that it's overvalued based on the two comps and the neighbor having more amenities and while being appraised more than he is, not by enough, he feels. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think it's awful. I mean, those things that he's talking about that the other house has that he doesn't, if you total those up at today's prices, he's probably right. The guy's a real estate agent.
Okay, so he
So
knows.
he's not gonna, he probably has a good idea of what those things cost. And he does a lot of construction. New construction.
Yeah,
So he knows what stuff costs. I would trust his estimates because they're not out of line. They're not outrageous.
right.
So I think they would be okay. So I don't have an issue with that. And I don't have an issue with using the other guy's field card because in my mind.
Just because they're like identical homes. I mean, I wouldn't
I have no problem
necessarily
with
be okay with it otherwise, but they basically were
got
built
two
at the same
sold
time.
comps, so.
Yeah, yeah. And right, and two sold comps. Okay,
I'd say
so,
that's 51% of the evidence.
yeah, I'm right. Meets the standard. Okay, all right, so then let's take a vote. All those in favor? Those opposed? Okay. Do you want us to say that
Yeah,
okay.
please.
So we'll all say yay or whatever. Here, I'll pass this to you. I'm almost done, guys.
What's the rush? We got a bunch more.
I know. I don't like the timer going off on me though.
675 that-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. 675. Okay, what do you mean 675? I have 760 was the appeal number.
No, 675 was the.
Number, yeah, value,
Oh,
value.
yeah. That's right.
Okay, this is appeal number 166. The property address is 1009 High Street in Fairfield. Oh, of course. The property owners are Antonio and Christine DiMaggio. The town has the property valued at $880,000. I will make a motion to grant this appeal to the reduced value of $810,000. And I am pretty sure that, yes, they bought this house for $810,000 they closed on November 6th, 25.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, and they of course have their appraisal and et cetera and so on, but I mean, I think they're their own best comp, like it's literally what they paid. Their comps are right in the neighborhood, Burroughs, Pepperbush, High. There's even more, Mayfair, Dogwood.
Yeah, so they have a sales card and a
Yeah,
appraisal.
yeah, yeah. So, oh, look how fast we're going. All right, so then I will just take a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Last one. This one is fascinating. This is appeal number 722. Property address is 590 Stilson Road. The owner is 590 Stilson Road LLC. The town has this property valued at $1,300,000. So 1,00300. I am making a motion to grant this appeal to the reduced value of $700,000.
Second that.
And this is Stilson Road, right between, we talked about Judd earlier, and the Black Rock Turnpike. So right by Osborne Hill School, closer to the Black Rock Turnpike. It's across the street from Judd, by Pansy, just where we just were. So like that, it is a little cape. I don't know if you guys want to pull up that, the field card on that. It's, this person bought this in May of 24, so slightly outside of the reval period, yes, but not that much, and they paid $522 in an arm's length transaction. It's a small cape that's really had nothing done to it. 25 years ago, they had windows done, which the field card calls it a remodel, but it does say that it's just window replacement. They've done nothing to this house. They bought it to rent it out, and they did a market analysis based on the rental per month. I think they get like $2,300 or whatever it is. But like I said, they bought this at the end, almost summer of, reval started in October. They bought this in almost June. They paid $522. I don't see how the town puts this at $1 million. Period. I mean, it's an older home and it's small and it's, it's a decent amount of space there, but keep in mind also, they're having that new apartment building coming pretty much directly next door to it, and then another one just up on the Black Rock Turnpike where Little Barn is.
Little pub.
So Little Pub, whatever. Okay, so I go there so much. At any rate, so this is, and all of those, I believe those buildings were approved before this, right? I think those.
I don't know about where Little Pub is, but those other buildings were, yeah.
Have been approved before this reval, so that should have been considered. At any rate, he also does a breakdown that says that basically in a 1,400 square foot house at $1 million, you're charging for this cape, which was built in, 19 something, $700 a square foot. And when I say there's been no work done to this home in 2 decades, that's what I mean. So he has a bunch of comparable sales too, which when he takes them, he breaks down per price per square foot, and they're all in the neighborhood of 400 to 500, and he's at 700. And again, paid $520 for it. So I think he's definitely entitled to some relief, and I think 700 is a generous number actually. So I think my recommendation would be,
I mean, so the dwelling, I mean, it's only,
115.
yeah.
Yeah.
115, right?
yeah,
So, I mean, it's not like the town's, that's the bulk of this, obviously.
Yeah, and
The
majority-
land, you mean?
The more majority is in the land. I mean, and even in the comparable sales he gives, I mean, some of them in the neighborhood, some of them are not.
Yeah.
But I mean, the one that would be close sold for 1.2 2. And that was mostly land as well. They had the dwelling at 300. He has his at 115.
Where was that one, Ernie?
Trillium Circle?
Trillium.
But that's a whole different neighborhood.
Well, he put it as the most comparable comp. I mean, even though it's a better location.
It's a much better location. And that, I don't know if that one is on the water or not. I don't have the map in
But
front of me.
we actually code that as a lower adjustment than this one.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't get that.
The appellant, we have it at 1.6 for the neighborhood adjustment. The one that he's looking at, 47 Trillium, is at 1.42. So he might believe it's a better location, but according to our codes in the neighborhoods, we have that as a lower than the appellant.
At Trillium?
Yeah,
That's impossible.
well, that's what we have.
No, they're wrong. There's no way. I mean, look at where it is. It's on Stilson Road, as opposed to Trillium, a side street going up Brookside.
I don't make the
Yeah.
rules. That's just what it is.
Well, but I understand that. I'm not arguing that you made them. I'm just saying that there's something wrong with that methodology, that something like that would be worth less than this guy's house or land. Nobody's going to pay $1 million. How much is the land worth? 8 something?
Yeah, almost 867,
There's
867.9.
a lot of building going on over there.
Yeah.
On Stilson. I don't believe, I didn't look, just guessing. I don't think anybody paid 800 for any of those lots. So I don't see how this could possibly be. I mean,
Well, where is Stilson Place?
off of Stilson Road.
Yeah, 'cause that's-
Closer to the intersection of Black Rock.
Okay, because that one sold for 578.
There you go. And that's a side street. It's a dead end.
What was that?
Stilson Place,
What was the number?
28.
28.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, but that square footage and the land is way lower than the appellant.
You mean size?
Yeah.
That's land.
14.
Almost, oh, I remember where this is, because I looked it up, yeah.
All right, well,
He's got, yeah, all he's got is extra land, he can't do anything with it, he can't build on it. He's got, it's a long, narrow lot.
and he does have also,
Yeah, it's got, I was just gonna say, I'm guessing it has wetlands in the back because
he's got
Pansy Road does.
quarter impacted by.
Backs up to Pansy,
All right, well, whatever, we don't have to agree, so let's just vote.
but I don't believe that it's anywhere near that number.
It's not $1 million. I think 700 is generous. He paid 520 for it 3 months before the reval.
Think about that. If we're going by, we're supposed to be finding fair market value. If that's what he paid,
Right.
3 months before this started, it didn't go up that much in 3 months.
Okay,
So,
so I'm gonna vote all those in favor. Aye. Those opposed? Okay. Moving forward, hang on, give me 1 second, Stephanie, because this is like actually, I'm done, so somebody else can start, but this is the thickest packet.
Okay.
It's gonna take, I know, it's like really angle my elbow to get this. Got it. Okay. All right, so 2 buzzers, that's pretty good, that's pretty good.
that was good, Katie.
Stilson,
Am I
okay.
supposed to be timing myself? Sorry.
No, but like last night, we were like, it would go off and he'd just reset it and it would go off again, we're still
Gotcha.
talking.
Okay, fair,
We're getting through
fair.
nothing, but that, oh, good luck, I caught up on time there.
Okay.
Who's up? I'll pull this up now.
I wanted Ronnie to go before me because he's got those condos.
Okay.
And we tabled that one from last night, so
You want to go?
I'll do it if you want me to.
Okay, hang on.
The first one is appeal number 91. The property address is 70 Gate Ridge Road. The owners are Jerome and Dale Demner. The town has a value of $532,000 and they are asking for $505,000. So not a significant difference. This one, I think, should be relatively easy. This is a condo unit. The owner says it is a Blackford unit, which are split up into lower and uppers. I did a quick analysis of all of the appraised values of upper and lower units, and then I did a subset of the lower units of the ones that had detached garages. And so the average appraisal for the lower units with detached garages was 505, 700. So I guess to stay consistent, instead of the 505 that they are asking for, I would argue that it should be the average of 505, 700. So that is the motion I am making.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Ready to vote?
I have a comment.
What's the
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
go
can
ahead.
hear you.
That unit has a very large deck. They paid to have an extended deck installed. I don't know if that would affect this at all, but it's larger than any of the other Blackfords.
What does that deck overlook?
The woods,
When was that put on? Because the.
about a year, well, it was there when they bought it, but it's been replaced
In 20,
and
in 07.
upgraded somewhat.
But not in the last, since the last reval.
Well,
Yes,
2724.
ago, the new deck,
You have that, I have expanded in
Brand
07.
new,
Oh, but it also says.
better
replaced.
condition than the other one, but it's sized.
I mean, okay.
I mean, I'm still inclined to
Yeah.
go with the average of the lower units. I mean, I didn't analyze every single one to see if all of them, the only one that I have in that, of the comparables of the lower and the upper Blackford units that had a renovation, I guess other than theirs, was an upper unit, which was 72 Gate Ridge, and that one is appraised at 567, 400, but that had renovations in 2024. So I'm still inclined to go with the average of the 505, 700. I don't think it's a huge ask off the 532 that
Right.
the town, and it keeps them in line with. These are, I know, Laura, if I'm not mistaken, I think you mentioned you live in this unit or live in this complex, so you are obviously more.
I live in this complex, yes.
Yes, aware of these than I am, so I can defer to you on your knowledge there, but from everything that I see from what they presented to me, it looks like I don't have a reason to not believe that it should be in line with the average of the other units that also have a detached garage. So,
And that's in
Sticking
line
with
with what
my-
we did yesterday too.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, okay. all
this is
right.
505, 700.
505, 700.
I understand. And
Wait a minute.
let me just add, may I add a little bit more? I've been
Yeah.
in their unit and they really have done absolutely nothing inside. So
Okay.
from that aspect, it doesn't need a higher valuation.
Thanks, Laura.
We're gonna hear you dragging the. Okay, so let's vote.
Wait, but I'm not sure, what we're voting on, they wanted
They
5,
wanted 505, and I'm saying 505, 700, just because that is the average.
but then we have to do a partial,
Yeah, okay, so
Amendment.
you have to. you
Oh,
have
I'm
to
sorry,
amend-
so can I amend
Sure.
the original from
So
500?
you're amending it or are you
Oh.
amending it? Who's doing the motion to amend? You are?
I will.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know how any of this works.
you'll get it.
So instead of the 505, I would like to amend it to 505, 700.
I'll second
A
that.
second, okay.
Okay.
All right, all in
All in favor.
favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, Veronique was opposed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that one. Do you need these as I do them, or?
Please.
Yes, so she can
Fine.
check the
Okay.
spelling and stuff.
The next one I have is appeal number 119, which is 31 Green Lawn Drive. The owner is Matthew Weber, and the town has valued it at $592,400, and they are asking for $450,000. The comps that he gave, I'm just reading off my notes here, sorry, have either more beds or baths and are larger on average. They also sold within the review period. So the 128 Lindley Drive and 342 Fairfield Wood Road, all sold, one sold in April of 2025 and another one sold in December of 2025. The average sale price for those two properties was $518,875. The average square foot of those two units or two houses was 1,965 as opposed to the subject property, which is 1,632, so slightly larger than the subject property. and the lot sizes were significantly larger. 18,755 on average for the two comps, as opposed to only 6,364. So almost 3 times the size of the lot. In addition, I know we're not here to argue the appraisals of the two comps, but those that I just gave you of recent sales in April and in December of 2025, where the average was 518, the average 2025 appraisal for those two properties was all the way at 750. So that to me seems out of whack. So I don't feel like comparing them to those is a good comp, and whoever lives at 128 Lindley is hopefully on our appeal list, and same with 343. But I did not hear theirs, I don't believe. So given that, the subject property is a single family in Melville Village, where there are not a lot of single family homes to compare. The land appraisal for the subject property appears to have disproportionately increased compared to the comps. The land alone increased 92%, as opposed to the two other properties, which averaged out to about 84%, and they are in the same neighborhood code of 0085. So if the subject property land value was appraised closer to that average of the 65%, it would yield a reduction of about $137,932. So if I use that into my calculation, I get a value of $454,468. So, sorry, so going forward, if I know my number is different than the number that they are asking for, should I just say that in the beginning so we don't have to make a motion to amend it?
No, you have to
Or do I
say-
still have to
you
say
have to
what
say-
they're asking for and then I make the motion to amend it?
Correct.
Okay,
Please.
fine. So in light of that, I would like to amend the 450 that the appellant is asking for and change it to 454,468, which just basically makes a land value adjustment in line with the comps that were given.
Okay, I'll second that. Discussion, or are we ready to vote?
I mean, not that it really matters. I'm not even gonna bother. Never mind.
That's okay.
Because like the 120.
No, I think you do a great job.
Because 128 Lindley, for some reason, is showing as an unqualified sale, but then you're looking at 342 Fairfield Woods, and that was a qualified sale around that same price, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, sorry, I didn't quantify that if it was unqualified or not. I just.
Yeah, there could be a lot of reasons why.
Yeah, no, and that's a valid point, so.
One of the reasons could actually be that they had no other thing to say, so they just put unqualified. Sometimes they don't know and they'll put unqualified, which doesn't
Okay.
help us.
All right, let's vote.
Okay, so that's all I have on everyone
Ready
agreement.
to vote? I'm ready to vote.
All right. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed?
I'm opposed.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, sorry.
Thank you.
We did that as the amended amount, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the 454, 468. The next appeal I have is number 55. The property address is 316 Glenridge Road. The owners are William and Diane Conroy, and the town value is at $700,600, and the appellant is asking for $650,000. I don't know if it matters, but they had already done a phone appeal and they got a minor adjustment prior to coming in for the in-person one of about $12,000. But that is reflected in that $700,600 number. They, based on the, I just want to, okay, didn't spell it, okay. They gave an abundance of comps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They gave 8 of those, which 5 of them did sell within the review period. So 180 Lamplighter Lane sold for $635, 42 Newport Place sold for $650, 204 Glen Ridge Road, which I do have a side note on where I do an average with or without that one, because that one to me doesn't seem like a very good comp. It's much bigger. So I have averages with and without that. 273 Wheeler Park Ave sold for $675, and 399 Adley Road also sold for $653. All of these are in the same neighborhood code of 0085. The average sale amount for those properties was $642,600. The average square footage there for the house was 1,983, which is larger than the subject property, which was only 1,390. That is why I chose to take out the 240 Glen Ridge Road, because the square footage on that one was an outlier to me. It did not seem like a good comp, but I put it in there because that's what was in the file. But the square footage on that house was 4,417, so I did an average without that one. So if I exclude that, then that sale price average was actually $653,250 for 1,375 square feet, which is in line with the subject property. And the lot square footage was 20,449, in line with the subject property of 20,000. And then the 2025 appraisal average was about 707,820, for what that's worth. My notes, I said, based on the average sale price of the comps of the 642, but that was with the, so without it, using the average that excludes 204 Glen Ridge Road, because the sale price is not indicative of the new construction house that is there now. Since some comps are a little older in the review period, if I apply a 5% increase to that average, that would be approximately 675,000. So I was taking the sale price, since some of those sales were earlier, like in November of 2020. And I know you had said you were using a 6% adjustment. I did 5%, so I've got room there if we want to make an adjustment. But with that 5% increase based on the sales of those 5 properties in that time period, that got me to 675 as opposed to the 650 that the appellant was asking for. So I would like to make a motion to amend the 650,000 that the appellant was asking for and adjust that to 675,000, which is still a reduction from the 700, 600 that was asked for.
I'll second that motion. All right, all in favor?
Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Thank you. The next ones that I have, 657 is the appeal number. The property address is 273 Wheeler Park Avenue. The owners are Kristen and Christopher DeWitt. The town has appraised them at $710,700, and the appellant gave a range of between 650 and 660.
Can we do ranges? Remember yesterday that came up?
Okay, I'm going to split the difference to 655.
What's the appeal number again on that one?
657.
Thank you.
So the subject property, okay. So they just purchased this property in December of 2025. So arguably, they're their best comp as far as I'm concerned. They purchased the property as is and have an appraisal that's attached to their file if anybody wants to see it, where the appraisal did come in at 680. Which, based on comps, is still higher than market value. That was the argument that was being made. The subject property has original painted over kitchen cabinets, but they're original. They do have new kitchen appliances, but everything else in the kitchen is original. They have a furnace that's needs replacing, and also the bathroom tiles. They have since learned, since they bought it, were really just painted over, so everything is peeling, and it's just going to be. It was kind of like a, I hate to use the term lipstick on a pig, but that's so the comps they gave were 319 Wheeler Park Ave, 3743 Park Ave, which is in a different neighborhood code. That's in 0087, but Wheeler Park obviously on the same street. 280 Bennett Street and 399 Adley Road. Based on the comps and the condition of the property, I do feel an adjustment is warranted with the above data, as well as the comps used in appeal number 55, because some of these overlapped with the one that we just did at 316 Glen Ridge Road. So I piggybacked off some of those comps from there as well.
Did I hear you say that they recently bought it?
They bought it in December of 2025. And
680.
they paid,
675.
they paid 675. It was appraised at 680, but they are asking for 655. And
They're asking less than their sale price.
they're asking less than their sale price. They had, they said, given the condition of the house now, especially what's happening with the bathroom and realizing that there's more work to be done there. Based on the numbers that I see here, I did feel that I said, I'm aware, I am recommending instead of the 655, I was recommending 675, just solely based on the averages of the other appraisals for these units came out to an average of 670, plus the average sales for those 4 other comps averaged out to be about 691. So given the condition and the size and the number of bathrooms, like some of the 319 Wheeler Park has an extra bedroom. The average of those 4 houses, the square footage is 1,754 as opposed to the subject property, which is 1,400. So it's a little bit smaller than the average. So I felt it was a reasonable adjustment to make from the 691 to a 675. So I'm recommending to make an amendment from the 655 to the 675 from the original ask of 655.
Okay, I'll second that.
So the amendment, so again, what was that number?
Would be 675,
Got it.
What they paid.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, I will say, I mean, for someone to say, well, I paid for it in December, and then I realized that the cabinets were not painted well. I don't know. I mean, what kind of due diligence did they do?
Not just that, the majority of their values in the land anyway, so
Yeah.
No, I understand, right?
my only
It's an
hang up.
argument, right?
No, I'm just saying, my only hang up is that the appraisal came in higher than what they paid. So I feel like, I know it's like splitting hairs, what's $5,000 over the course of whatever, but I just feel like I'd be happier.
I could make an amendment.
If you're, I don't wanna,
No. I mean, I feel like I can't get to the 710, 700.
yeah,
But
I agree.
if I had to go to 680, I could do that as well. So I'm happy to make an amendment to the amendment. I don't know how that works.
No, that's it.
So instead of 675, I could amend it to 680.
So it's 680.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All right, you wanna vote?
Yep,
All those in favor? Aye.
Okay. And then, oh, sorry, I thought I had one more, but 2 more. Okay. This is appeal number 120. The property number is 8 Garden Drive. The property owner is Matt Weber. We just did one earlier for him. I actually did 3 for him, and I don't know what, all 3 of them are not today. So that is what it is. Sorry, let me finish the rest of this. Matt Weber at the town has a value of $721,700, and he is asking for $575,000. This is another property in Melville Village. He says the highest, most recent sale for Melville Village is only $600,000. So he gave comps of 47 Garden Drive and 57 Beacon View Drive, which both sold in September of 2025 for exactly $600,000 each.
Wait, theirs is 8 Garden, right?
Theirs is 8 Garden Drive. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said that was a comp. Okay.
Oh, no. 8 Garden is the subject. 47 Garden was one of the comps.
Got it.
And 57 Beacon View Drive is another one of the comps.
Thank you.
The average of those 2 houses, square footage wise is 1,500, subject property is 1,600. Then I also looked at a few others on 14 Garden and 18 Garden, just to take a look there, and their averages were also around 1,500. So in average of the 4 properties, the square footage is 1,543, which subject property is slightly bigger at 1,612. The subject property also has more lot size at 17,100 as opposed to 10,194. There have been no upgrades to this property. The land value appears to have increased in line with the other comps, but the dwelling increase much greater with no improvements. Given the average appraisals for all 4 properties was around 610,900, that's where I'm recommending that this one comes in, that it's more in line with the 4 comps that they gave. So instead of I will amend that while the appellant was asking for 575,000, that we change that to 610,900 off the original ask of 721,700.
I mean, so like one of the comps you gave.
I'll second that,
Okay.
just so you have that.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, my bad. So one of the comps you gave, 47 Garden, right? So the size lot is smaller, like pretty
Yes.
significantly, right? And that's still sold at 600. And he's asking for, I mean, I get what you're saying with the amended value because he paid 575 back in 2023 and he's asking for 575.
Right.
Right? I mean, so I get why you would amend it, but I still can't see how it would be close to 47 Garden when that lot is so much smaller.
The house is also smaller too, though.
Yeah, but the house is only
Slightly.
$50,000. I mean, 58,000 for 47 Garden versus a Garden being at 81,000. It's all in the land.
Okay.
But I don't know, I like the averaging though, like we're not just looking one for one. And I'm gonna have one coming up, which is almost the opposite of this, which is he's basically saying, hey, my neighbor's so much bigger, so I should be so much less. I feel like once a lot is a lot, if you can subdivide it, et cetera, there's more value there. But if it is bigger, but not big enough that it could actually do anything for you other than provide you some privacy and whatever, I don't think it's like a dollar for dollar increase on that. So I understand like if his lot is larger, it should be worth more than maybe the neighbors to an extent, but I don't know that it's some crazy number.
What's the difference in the lot sizes?
Well, if I average them all together, the average or the actuals. So his lot size is 17,100. The subject property is 17,100. And that is by far the largest of the 4 comps. They range anywhere from 7,110 to 13,900. So it is larger than the average, which again, the sale price was 600 and I'm grossing that up to 610.
Right,
So
yeah.
I am making
Adjustment.
somewhat of an adjustment for the larger lot size, and so that felt fair to me, but that is why I am not an island.
Yeah, right, we're talking.
So that is why we are here. So,
I'm okay with the 6s. You know, that neighborhood is,
Tough.
it's awful. And
Well,
it's always been awful. And
let's just, or these are people's homes, so let's, please,
Be respectful.
yeah.
Well, maybe it's tough to
I
sell.
could have said a lot worse. Let me say it this way. It's not the most desirable part of town to live in. Okay? And houses there, my point is that houses there don't sell for 700,000. So I think that going into the 6s is probably good enough.
well, and if I could also just point out that at the 721 that the town valued the property at, that year over year or valuation over valuation is an 85% increase, whereas the average increase of all these 4 properties was only 65%. So he did see a disproportionate increase in his valuation without any significant improvements to the home. So I could justify my number that way if I had to as well. So I'm just throwing that out there.
What was the amended
The
value?
amended value was 610,900. Yeah, sorry, I'm a math person, so every number, I could round it, but it is what it is. The math is what it is, sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about.
And they do the same thing too in the valuations. A lot of them end with $400. And I'm like, I wonder how they got to that.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's vote. We seconded, someone second? Do you have that? Did someone second? I'll second it if no one else has.
seconded,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so 610,900, let's vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have one more, which is at 147 Trail Street.
What's the appeal number?
Oh, I'm sorry, 418.
418?
Yeah, 418, appeal number, property address is 147 Trail Street. The owner is Leslie M. Richard Trust. The town has valued the property at $936,600, and they are asking for $760,000. So, they gave a ton of comps for this property. There was easily 10 of them. There was one, apologies to somebody else, maybe I should have followed up with them after the fact, because obviously I didn't look all these up myself while they were still with me.
Right.
But one of the comps that's listed in the actual packet was 118 Green Acre Lane, and for some reason, I just could not find that address whatsoever. So I'm sure it exists. I don't know if it was a typo. I looked for numbers close to it, so just know that my analysis excludes 118 Green Acre Lane.
They gave 10 comps,
They gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, including that green
and they're all within a mile.
Acre Lane. Yeah,
Okay.
they're all very close. They're all in the same neighborhood code except for 526 Wilson Street. I mean, I could list out all the what is that in the interest of time?
Yeah.
Would you rather me not give you the addresses, or I'm happy to give you the addresses or to pass my spreadsheet around if you'd like to see it? That being said, I think there was only one of these, 736 Cascade Drive, that was not in the review period. That date it sold was August of 2023. So everything
That's the
else.
closest street too.
Cascade Drive, okay, I'm unfamiliar with that area, so I have to take your word for it. But everything else was 1225. Some of these already? Sorry. Some of these were, one of them was in January of 2026 and one was February 2026. But for all intents and purposes, I included everything in here, except I did take out the 736 Cascade Drive, just because that was so long ago. It was in August of 2023. The subject property is a cape that's about 2,000 square feet. The average of the comps they gave was 1,564. So the subject property is larger than the average. It is also larger lot size. It has, the subject property is about 31,000 or 30,650 as opposed to only 19,180 for the average of the comps. And the average 2025 appraisal was 754,363. So I am less positive, but you seem to be more familiar with the area, if those 10 comps provided were in close proximity. If I just throw them out there, one of them is 415 Cascade Drive, so that one's got to be close. Romanok Road, I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Nepos Road, Nepas Road.
Nepos.
Nepos, there's two there, Wilson Street, and then a Fairfield Woods Road and Lounsbury Road are also in there.
You know what, I'm trying to be more lenient with the comps because there aren't as many. So I
Right.
think that's why some of these people are coming here will kind of say, oh, that's not, you know.
Well, what sticks out to me about this property in particular is that everything does seem to be in line, like comps with them. Yes, we're a little bit bigger, so an adjustment could be made for that. But the prior year valuation for the subject property was 650,000, whereas for all the comps given was only 476. So I don't know if this is a case of the prior year valuation was maybe inflated and never appealed, and it just is what it is. And now we're just kind of making it, or the appellant is asking almost for a correction for 2 years worth.
Right, two
So
rebounds,
that's
yeah.
the way that I interpret it based on the prior year of the comps. So, go ahead.
I mean, most of the comparables that he listed, like
Yeah.
the average, like lot, I see in the, like he was going by square footage, but the lot size tells a different story. So like the lot sizes between all the comparables range anywhere between 10 to 25, but there's one that had a lot size that was very comparable, which was 48 Lounsbury.
Yes, that one is at 31,000.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's like the closest to the lot size, yet that sold for 840, right? And he's asking for 760s.
Different neighborhood.
I get that,
So
however,
but that's the difference in the value.
it's actually the same
It's the
neighborhood.
same
Not the same,
neighborhood
no,
code.
it's not. It's the same neighborhood according to the assessor. It is not the same neighborhood for people buying. That's part of the problem we have. He has large areas of neighborhood that they don't match up. So I understand why you guys are saying, well, it's the same neighborhood. According to the assessor, it is. But Trail Street versus Lonsberry, different neighborhoods for purchase. And we're supposed to be finding fair market value. So we need to look at that.
I also don't know what kind of discount or premium is applied for a Cape, which the subject property is a Cape, versus a ranch, which is the,
Capes tend to sell for more. But
Okay.
in these markets, there's not all that much difference in houses because there's so few.
gotcha. So,
I mean, I just think the appellant's house is even nicer than 48 Lounsbury. And according to, if we're going to go by neighborhood codes here, they're in the same neighborhood in my eyes.
That's nice, but they're not.
It wasn't that far away, was it?
Well, yeah,
No.
because, yes,
They're close.
they're not that close. Trail Street is off of, like Cascade, it's off of Morehouse. I believe Lonsberry, if I'm mistaken, is on the other side of Stratfield, it's off of Stratfield Road. I think. I
there
could
is also a map, which I could pass around if you want. If, I'm just gonna read off my notes here.
They're right around the corner. I don't know how you say they're different. They're 2 miles apart, Paulette. They're the same neighborhood.
Well, if you say so, Monique, I'm sure you're the expert on the neighborhood, so.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to say, I
I
guess.
just want to finish and then we can continue. It's a unique property because there is a town road that runs right through it. So there's a map attached to it if you care to take a look at that. A town road runs right through it. The owner is arguing that focuses on the price per square foot of the sale price of comps sold within a mile radius. And then she provided me all the ones. Highlighted 80 Adley Road, which sold for $301 per square foot. I know we typically not making arguments about price per square foot, so I don't want to harp on that. Their owner argues also that there's a land utility hardship because approximately the property is 0.7 acres, but has a surface ledge and land easement issues. Currently, there is a 0.9 adjustment on the field card for the ledge issue, but no reference to the easements. So I'm not sure if that's a question for the assessor. So if I use a combination of the comps provided and I include the additional 2 that I found, which were a 92 Lounsbury and a 430 Nonapod Road, I'm recommending 775, as is the average appraisal of all the comps and would reflect a correction of, in my opinion, an erroneous starting value. But, so, again, I would like to amend the 760,000 that the appellant was asking for to a number of 775,000.
Peter, are you seconding?
Sure, yes. Okay, all right, all in favor of that amended value?
Yeah.
All opposed? I'm opposed.
And I am done. So I don't know where that went, but that was my last one.
Okay,
So-
You had said there was no reference to the easements on the card, so should I make a note of that?
Yeah, there was none on the card, but they had there was an adjustment for the ledge, but nothing they said for the easements. That's it.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I'll just say, I mean, it's over now, so it doesn't matter anyway, but I just think, looking at where they were, I actually like this neighborhood better than where Lounsbury is, but I feel like the standard of proof, I feel like they've met it, even though there is that one outlier, and maybe Lounsbury pulls in a different direction, but I think that with all the other comps they gave, I think they've met their burden. So I feel comfortable voting that way. Okay, yeah, that's you. Okay.
I'm done.
All right. Okay, so, are you ready? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Ronique Patel, thank you so much. I'll start with appeal number 181 for 52 Cary Circle. And the 3 following appeals I have are all Cary Circle. So just to kind of level set here on what we're doing here. So you'll see like he was comparing field card
Can
to.
you do the town amount, sorry.
Oh, my apologies. So he's requesting for 648,500. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me this way. So 20 carry. He's requesting for, the town has the property appraised at 648,500, and he's requesting for 534,600.
Okay, 534.
Yeah. So he essentially was looking, comparing field card to field cards. And like, it was kind of like looking at a little bit too fine detail because like some of the other unit locations may skew some of the market values, like the location's part of the building or just like where each house lay. But there was no comparable sales provided to really assess market value. So I will call this to a vote. Oh wait,
So these
I
are
have a
the,
question. I'm not sure I understood what you were saying.
yeah. I mean, we can dig in more if you want. We can definitely do that.
Well, I'm just questioning. So are you saying there's no sales? There's no like comps?
I'm not saying that. He just didn't provide any sales.
all right.
Okay. You didn't happen to notice if there were any?
I can't make the case for him.
Who do you work for, Monique, the town or the appellant?
Well, the appellants, it's the appellant's burden to present evidence. All that. We're here to,
Well, I agree with that, but if I were to look up that property, if I were to look up that's Cherry Circle, not Hillary Circle, I would see that there were sales. I wouldn't be looking for them, but if I looked up that one compared to the others, I could see that there's sales to look at. So I don't know why he didn't do it, but I'm just saying that there are sales.
I didn't because I'm not making.
No, I don't mean
Not
you.
you, the
Not-
appellant, the appellant.
Sorry, Ronique. I wasn't talking about you. I was saying I don't know why.
And
the
by he,
appellant
you
didn't
mean
do it.
she, because
Oh,
it's.
she, it's a woman. The owner.
All right, so she hasn't met her
The owner
burden. Let's
didn't do
go.
it, or didn't understand to do it. So, yeah.
These are condos, just for the
Yeah.
record? Okay.
Yeah, there
All
are
right.
other condo sales, but
but I mean, so you can make it and obviously you could vote the way you want to. So, all right, so you want to make a motion, or did you make the motion?
no, I forgot. I'm trying to forget. This is my first one in a while. So I would like to make a motion to approve the appellant's requested value to 534,600.
Who's seconding?
Okay, so I just want to point out that I see on here 535 on their.
Yeah, I do too.
application.
Yeah.
On their.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
application.
Unless they change something.
535, 600?
And then
No, just
same
flat,
with-
535.
Flat. Thank you.
And so Peter seconded, so we'll vote.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, I also think that, I thought Ronnie said 648,500 or 648,500.
I messed up a lot of this one, huh?
Okay.
The town value was
Town value is
658.
658,400, but I thought he said
658,400?
Correct.
Okay. And then 535.
Yeah, because it's all the carry circles. My apologies.
That's right. All right, so let's vote. All those in favor? Opposed? Nay. Okay. So that failed.
Well, I wouldn't say failed. It just is what it is.
Oh, so that did fail?
That did not pass, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
denied?
Yeah. In the old days, we used to say I'll make an appeal to deny, but I make a motion, but now I guess we're just doing it this way. All right.
The rules from 1820 are being applied today. So therefore, we're doing it that way and not just doing it the way it makes
And the
sense.
oppositions were Peter,
Everyone, I think.
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone opposed,
really? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
right?
Yeah.
Can you abstain? I don't know what the
Abstain,
rules
but-
are.
Yeah, you could.
I might just, but does that screw up the vote? Because it's not I'm just going to
So
abstain. on
everyone-
that one. Yeah.
You're abstaining, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 041?
Yep. Yes.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Because I feel like not even just these, but there are some appeals that I have heard where they did just give me like comps for like price per square foot or that kind of stuff, and they didn't actually give me additional information, but I went out and got it. Am I not supposed to do that? Like, I've been doing that. So
Yeah.
am I not supposed to be doing that?
I mean, ultimately, the appellant has the burden for proving it, right? And we're
Right.
just supposed to weigh the evidence
Okay.
that they've presented.
Okay.
I mean, sure.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that,
Right.
like, there's
Right,
no,
but like, I don't want,
but
but
you
I,
didn't have to for them.
but it almost feels unfair then if I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
and not everyone's gonna do it. And I'm not saying that what I'm doing is right or wrong, or
Yeah, yeah.
what anyone else is doing is right or wrong. I just feel like now it's the luck of the draw of who heard your hearing.
Right, it is a little bit.
So-
And I will say, for full disclosure, anyone that came in front of me and didn't have evidence, I told them, you have, a week, get it to the assessor, do everything, and they all did, the ones that I've heard. I said, like, this isn't compelling. Then that one guy that yelled at me, I don't know if he did or didn't.
I
We're
told
gonna
people
find
to go
out.
get an appraisal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying
They
this.
came with nothing and they didn't, I'm like, oh, you gotta have something.
Okay.
Go get an appraisal. It's the
Okay,
easiest way.
that's fine. I just,
And I think the
understanding the process, sorry.
biggest thing is like what's in writing too, right?
Fair
So,
enough.
I mean, what documents are presenting it? So if like it's in writing and you're like probing about it, fine.
Fine.
Well, what if they just told you? You wouldn't go, they're under oath, they're sworn in.
I mean, if they're saying it, but she's saying if she's the one pulling the data.
Right. Like there's numbers on these spreadsheets that they didn't come in with, but I just,
Right,
as I was looking up field cards, I put stuff down because it helped me come up with my unrounded numbers.
God willing, you and I aren't doing this next year, but if we are, if someone comes in with nothing, I would just say to them, hey,
Fair enough.
this is not gonna go.
Okay, sorry
wasting your
to
time.
derail.
No,
Okay.
you're totally fine.
Okay.
So the next appeal is 182.
It's a different name.
I know, they're all the same. I know,
So they all filed together then,
yeah,
because they all got hit at the,
yeah,
Oh, they're neighbors.
yeah.
yeah. And so the appellant the town has a property appraised at 690,400. The appellant is requesting to reduce the value to 534,600.
Wait, what was the town appraisal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be slower. 690, 400.
Okay.
And the appellant is requesting 534, 600. And I would like to motion to approve the appellant's request to reduce the requested value to 534,600.
I second.
Thank you, Peter. Similar thing. I mean, they were just comparing field card to field card. It's looking at this one. They just sent in a letter. They didn't do the square footage analysis like they did in 52. So there was no comparable sales provided. It's all part of the same condo. Any questions?
But this one, in their reason for appeal, they do break down that the difference between the Hillary Circle units and the Harry Circle units.
Yeah, and so I'll shed some light to that too. So Hillary Circle is like the adjacent street, right? So I mean, they were comparing like assessed values to assessed values between them and Hillary's.
Okay.
But Hillary's are much more upscale. They're bigger, they're fancier, they're nicer, they're better appointed.
Okay, and so and they're on Carey, so they're saying,
Use some of them.
okay. I see. So, okay, so they're saying ours aren't as upscale as Hillary, and yet we have higher costs per square foot.
But yet, the Hillary sell for more, a lot more.
Huh. Okay. So they didn't bring in any, I mean, let me see what they've
Is
said.
this did they just give the same, like this looks
Argument.
familiar? Like,
Yeah.
so it's just the same?
They're all the same.
Gotcha.
They're all the same.
Gotcha.
It's a shame too, because I bet some of these units sold and they probably would have helped them if they just did it, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so hot now.
Are we sure to vote? All right.
Do you have one more of those, Ronique? Or is that it?
No, I have two more.
Okay, go ahead, because I want to, when you're done with that street, I want to add in the one that I had,
Okay.
okay?
Okay. All those in, wait, do I do that? All those in
so,
favor? All those in favor of reducing to the requested appellant value to 534,600? All opposed?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's
I'm
fair.
sorry, I'm just not comfortable with it, but I just,
That's totally
I
fine.
can't support it, but I also have not, I'm sorry.
So it's the same as last, 041?
Yes.
Okay.
What if I told you that in 2024, 2 of them sold, one in the high sixes and one in the low sevens? That might make you feel better.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes. That's probably why they didn't supply sales.
Right. I don't want to say a lie by
It
omission,
didn't
but
work
if
there,
it
yeah.
doesn't help, then you leave it.
Well, I had a guy where I'm like, you gotta send in sales. He's like, no, they don't help my case. I was like, okay, well then, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
All right, ready for the next one? This is appeal number 183 for 20 Cary Circle. And we have, the town has the property appraised at 648,500. And the appellant is requesting to reduce the value to 534,600.
For whatever it's worth, though, the town does have these, if they're all similar and they all want to go to the 535-ish area, the town has them all over the map, though. Right? The middle guy was 690 and then this guy's 640 or
They all kind of
648.
like corralled.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not going to, I'm assuming there must be some differences. Oh, wait.
There's very little difference. They all look alike. They're built exactly the same. Some of them have 3 bathrooms, some of them have 2. That's really the big difference between
They did it
The
again.
only other difference,
But they're pretty much all the same.
I forgot about Laura.
I've been in that, I've walked through those complexes, both of them. Some of the units are located better. They're in a quieter spot. That's about the main difference, because you're right, otherwise they all look the same, at least from the outside.
You mean the ones on Hillary or the ones on Cary?
In both cases, there are,
Okay.
some are closer to Stratfield Road, some are further back where it's quieter. That's the main difference I saw. Without going
Let's
into.
vote.
Yeah. All those in favor? All those denied?
Oh, so no, okay.
Well, because now I am looking up like
Yeah,
the
sales.
circle, and I do see anywhere from 525 to 765. Like,
So,
184.
Yep.
The next property for question is appeal number 184 for 56 Cary Circle. And the town has the property appraised at 686,100. And they are requesting that the town reduce the value to 534,600. And so similar thing, they actually did field card analysis, like comparisons with this one, not actual sales, comparing Cary with Hillary. And like Colossus, they were saying was 60, but similar situation.
Okay.
All right, all those in, any question? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion. That's my Cary circles.
Yeah, you can finish, because it's just one. I can do it when we're done with yours. I don't like to interrupt.
Are they in this group? Are they asking for
Well, they're
534?
not, and they didn't come in with the group. This guy came in on his own, but it's the same address.
It's gonna be such a fight if he has better evidence, but he may not. They're gonna be
I worked it
furious.
out for him.
Does he want to go to 534?
Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I guess I'll do it then. This is appeal number,
It's around
let me
that.
find page 1. This is appeal number 540, 44 Cary Circle. Harvey Hoffman is the owner. The town value is $619,400. He's asking to be reduced to $550,350. His theory is that he used some of the thing about the Hillary Circle thing too, which I discounted. You can't compare them. But his theory is that the cost of living went up a certain percentage, and these went up higher. He's on a fixed income, so he wants to go down. Now, so it just doesn't work out. There's no way that I can agree with that value. That right now the town has him at his appraised value at $619,400. His went up 38% from the last reval. Other people's went up mostly, well, some went up 52, 49, most of them went up in the teens. And Marie pointed out, I think, I'll echo the same thing. The town's all over the map with these. They really should, because they're so similar, unless the insides have been redone, which I don't think that they all are. The town should have come up with a number and that's it.
Yeah.
Because the land isn't a factor here. It's really just the building. You know, why is one valued at 690 and his is valued at 619? It shouldn't be. It's just not right, but there's nothing we can do about it because,
I don't know if I said they're all over the map, but they're
Well,
just
six-
different in values.
well, they're different in values in that there's a big swing.
For condos, I think that's a big swing.
Yeah,
70
690,
I mean, unless it's like,
that's a lot of money. So, oh, I didn't make a motion to grant the appeal. I guess I'll make a motion to grant the appeal.
I'll second that.
So I think that's all I have to say. There's no way that I can get to that.
okay, all right, that's fair.
All in favor of granting the appellant's amount of $553.50? Seeing none, all opposed?
And there will be no fight for them.
I can't fight for them because actually out of all of them, his was valued the lowest.
Yeah,
So I really can't go down any lower. I have no way to do that.
sure, sure.
So Paul, I do want to just ask, I don't want to belabor the point, but just, I mean, so are you saying though that you don't believe it, like as Laura was stating that, you know, a certain location in that condo complex would be more desirable and therefore, you know,
Not on Kerry Circle, but on Hillary Circle. Hillary Circle is bigger, more, and they're laid out differently.
Yeah.
There are some that are closer to the road, and some actually have beautiful golf courses. They back right up to the golf course, so that's really nice. So there, absolutely, and in most condos, the location is a factor. In this one, they're really not, they look like row house. I mean, there's nothing fancy about them, and they're all kind of basically in the same place.
okay, all right, thanks.
Do you have a paper clip or something?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I believe I have
There were
one
clips
more.
in the other room. Do you want me to grab a clip? Did you need one?
Yeah, or I can
Yeah, I saw them by the boxes.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, for some reason, I can't find appeal number 943. Does anyone see that one? But it's on the list.
943?
Yeah. I mean, I can go to the next one anyways, but.
I know, it doesn't come up here, but there are
My
folders.
master I mean, not that that helps you, but.
Was it a no-show?
Yeah, well, you know what, you might be looking, if you're looking in the scanned document one,
Oh, yeah.
if they haven't been heard, then that's possible, that has not been.
Looks like, it says you. Wait.
You want me to go see the
No,
folder?
it said you're the hearing officer.
No, I hear that, but I don't see
Oh.
that in any of the scanned documents, and I don't have it in any of my notes.
It was probably a no-show because I think I had one of
It's
those.
gotta be a
Oh, because
no-show.
start time is blank.
Oh, okay, so that's
Oh,
probably a
thank you.
no-show.
Let me just look, just to be 100%, because then we can
Yeah.
deny it right now.
What, 9-4?
So I'm going to say let's not deny it because it might be on the list. to
Yeah,
be
it's on the
heard.
list to be heard. We better just
Correct. So,
table it or whatever until we figure it out.
Oh, for Saturday?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's what makes it right.
Want to take a brief, anybody need a bio break, is Neil?
Bio break.
That's what he says.
I will take a break to stand up and stretch my legs. I won't be able to walk when I get out of here.
I mean, I could give the address for the next one if that helps.
It's not there.
All right.
We're just going to take a 3-minute break.
But that's a problem though, because we don't know what happened to it. So we
Right,
can't
well-
really vote on
Well, the
it.
no-show
There's
and
probably
no time.
So we're going to table it.
Yeah.
So
Because
that-
usually they'll put it in there and just say that it was a no-show. We still have to read it onto the record and make a formal motion about it. I don't know.
All of a sudden did
I went to the
a
machines and,
and all I heard more about was like.
well, he stuffed after he said he was eating another thing.
He's plays football. That's probably his number one sport.
Gotcha.
And if he can do that, and lacrosse is, and he's going to be defender on lacrosse, so it's not like you even have to do much with the
You
stick.
are
He's going to hit.
done
and he's
then?
gonna hit.
Okay.
Crossover.
Oh, one more.
He'll be fine.
What number was that?
The next one, I would do 7.
Sorry, you can say it again?
All right, so looking at
Which
the
appeal? Sorry.
next one, it's gonna be 703. So appeal number 703 for 118 Whitewood Drive. The town has the property appraised for 714,600. The appellant is requesting to reduce the evaluation to 664,250. So he makes a lot of
Sorry, what was the appeal number?
703.
703. So he dug in. So he was looking at square footage, he was looking at the houses, he was really evaluating the lands compared to all of the other neighbors, and compared to the field cards. But I will say he also provided comparable sales. So the two comparable sales he provided, 94 Tunxus Hill. That one sold on September 2024 for $700,000. Comparable land size and neighborhood. It's a little bit of a bigger home and they have a pool, but it did sell less than the appellant, right? So then it's, and also looking at the other comparable sale. Where's the address for that one? My apologies, that one I did not have. It was sold for $400,000. Smaller house. Which one is that? That was a Tungus Hill. So 264 Ronald Drive. They sold in October 2024 for $640,000. That one was significantly bigger lot at 0.45 acres compared to the appellant at 0.22. And all the sales prices were less than half a mile from home. I don't think he's really asking for a whole, I don't think it's unreasonable, honestly, especially with all the comparable sales. With those two in particular, he does make a lot more claims, but I think those two comparable sales gets into that 714 mark. So I'd like to motion. Oh, any questions?
Please, so
Yeah,
he's asking for 600?
he's asking for 664.
664. Because on his
Yeah, the sheet, the
application,
front
it
sheet
says
says 600, yeah.
600.
But maybe that's no, it can't be assessed.
Oh, I would like to make a motion. He verbally said 660.
It's in the appeal too, it says it right there.
Oh, yeah, it's marked, or someone marked it on your hearing page.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it's typed 600, but then someone penned in.
Oh, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said it verbally. My bad.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I guess we probably need to amend that because it says 600 on that application. So why don't we make a
okay.
motion to amend to the 664
As a partial or as what he's
as
requesting?
a, well, so I guess,
He put 600 in the application.
yes, okay, so then actually, if he said that at the hearing, then it should actually say 600, 664. So
It should-
make the motion for 664, please.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's
664.
250.
250.
Okay.
Yeah, he put 600 in the application, not really having done the whole due diligence until after he dug in.
Yeah, I mean, actually, to be fair, he even typed out
Yeah, he did.
and wrote it
Yeah.
himself, so we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you
So
for
all,
clarification.
we have a second.
I would like to motion to reduce appeal number 703 to 664 250.
Okay, I'll second.
Thank you.
All right.
All
And
in favor?
Aye.
all opposed, or any opposed, I mean, okay. That's all I have for me, I think.
All right.
Paul?
I can go if you want.
All right.
Okay, let me pull up my list. Okay. All right. This is appeal number 455, Dennis and Kathy Doherty, 60 Stilson Road, town value $910,400. I'm joking on that one. And
what was the appeal number?
Pardon me?
What was the appeal number?
455.
455.
Oh, not 46, okay.
No, 455.
What's the town amount? 910?
910,400.
Okay.
And they're asking to be reduced to 765,000.
Was that on the list for today? Maybe never mind.
They're saying, of course, the evaluation exceeds the market value. They had an appraisal done, which was completed in February of 2026, with a value determined at 765. The appraisal was affected by the busy road, the traffic. They also did a traffic study, which we really don't need. I mean, we can look at it, but it's really not even needed because with the appraisal comps look good. By the way, this part of Stilson Road, just so you know where it is like across from those commercial businesses, that the parking lot for like Trader Joe's, and there's a medical facility in there, and then there's the medical, whatever, that little medical clinic is on the corner with the gas station. So it's kind of
Like
surrounded.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah, Wells Fargo Bank, yeah, it's
Yeah.
that corner, it's
Okay,
beyond that
okay.
corner, but, yeah, so, certainly, not really even a neighborhood, it's just a street. And it is busy there, that's for sure, traffic backs up, I've been stuck in that traffic myself. Okay, so here it is, okay. Looking for the comps. Okay, here we go. He's got, I think, 5 comps or 6 comps, actually. I highlighted the ones that I thought were the best. He's got Stratfield Road, Woodridge Avenue. Now, even though Woodridge, people think of it as a side street, it's a double yellow line, and it's a cut through to get from Fairfield Woods Road over to Tamor Drive. I do it all the time. I cut through there all the time. Wilson Street and Burroughs Road, I thought were the best comps. They also use Steiner Street, which is a quiet side street, and Zost Drive, which is also a quiet side street. So I think that I looked at the sales when they were sold, they were in the reval period. I looked at the adjustments, which did not seem excessive. And I think that, I think the appraisal is fine. I think it's a good and valid appraisal to support that price.
Okay.
So I make a motion that we grant the appeal as requested to $675,000.
I'll second that, Ronique.
Thank you, Ronique. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Here you go. That one. The next one
Wait,
is,
it's 765. You said 675.
oh, I'm sorry, I screwed up the number, 765, my
Okay,
mistake.
all right.
The next one is appeal number 468, 709 Burroughs Road.
Wait, that we just did?
Pardon me?
Is that what you just said?
No.
No, we did 455.
Oh,
Now
sorry.
we did 468. Now we're doing 468.
That's, all right, got it. Now I'm back on track.
Tom and Carol Patera, 709 Burroughs Road, single-family residence. Town value, 686,700, and they're asking to go to 620,000. Fair market value is similar to properties, but the problem they have with this one is, let me go on my notes. This one has a property two of their neighbors, their water from their property drains onto this property, creating puddles that linger for several days before they recede. There's also a busy road, lots of traffic. The property is wet, not wetlands, but it's actually wet because of all the water that other properties are draining onto it, plus its own water. They showed pictures to verify the puddles where they are. The town, it looks like that the town gave them, or the assessor gave them a decrease on their land value to 95% good from 100% good. But I think that, and their property then, it's interesting that with that discount, their property is still valued at 651,000. I would have thought that might have been the 100% value and then take off of that, but that's not the case. The real 100% value is 685,260. I don't think that the half a percent there is really sufficient for the condition of the property and the location of it. So I recommend dropping it down to a 15% discount. So that would make it 85% good. And bringing it up to its real value and then reducing it to 15% comes out to $582,475. We add in the house, and the whole thing comes back up to $618,171, and they're asking for 620. So I don't think that they're asking for all that much. I think that it's fair. I think what they're asking is fair, is what I should say. So.
And I'll add, like the 184 putting green, that's the comparable sale. That's almost identical. I mean, the lot size, the house is even so similar, and that sold for 540. So.
Yeah, I think they're being reasonable. I probably would have asked for more. I know I would have asked for more.
All right, so the motion's to go to
The motion is
620?
I make a motion that we reduce, well, we have to do a couple of things. We have to reduce the condition of the property on the field card from 0.95 to 0.85.
Reduce what?
That's how, reduce the condition factor on the property from 0.95 to 0.85,
Okay.
okay? And then we add in the house, and we come up with a little bit less than what they asked for, so I think 620 is a fair number.
Okay.
And the reason I use that, if you wonder why I use that particular percentage, is simply because I've seen other properties be given 15% discounts for only the shape of the land, which when I looked at that land, I would have never thought that that was worth a 15% discount. This has water on it. It's on quiet streets. This has water issues and it has the busy road. So I think for those reasons alone, it should be reduced.
Just to clarify, the appellant's not asking to change the condition.
Well, the appellant is asking to reduce the property to
620.
620.
But you're requesting.
Well, I'm trying to get us to that number, and this is the way to get us there. They're not, no appellate, unless they're a realtor or appraiser, is going to know that they have to say, oh, I want to reduce that to 0.85.
Not necessarily true, but I had some, anyways.
Anyway, yeah, so did we make the motion?
I made a motion.
Okay, so to.
First thing to do is to reduce that. First thing to do is actually do it the right way, is to raise it up to 100% or 1, okay? And then that takes it to 685,200. Then we reduce it to 0.85. That brings it down to 582,471. So I think we have to stop there. That's what the property needs to be. Then we add in the structures, and that takes us back up to almost the 620. So that's why I'm saying we go to 620, as they requested. I'm not going to split $2,000 and, you know. All right, so I made a motion to do that. All in favor?
Who's
So
seconding it?
Are we voting on the 620 figure, or are we voting on the changes in the field card?
Both. We're voting on the six, we're
We're going
voting
to put
on,
a note in
I
the,
put a note in, yeah.
Yeah, so we're voting to get to 620.
voting to get to
And she
620,
makes a note to ask the assessor to adjust, yeah.
to adjust it.
Those would be two different figures, wouldn't it?
well.
No, not really.
No, because whatever the 85% value puts the thing at, then you.
You add the house, you add the structures
You add the house
back
back in.
And
that's
the
what-
total comes out to 618, 171. They asked for 620. So
So couldn't we just vote on 620?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
well, if we do
Instead
that,
of like making the changes to the field card and let the assessor make
But
those?
then this will carry over.
Yeah, it'll never get adjusted.
change now stays.
Okay.
So where are we? Do we have a motion?
Who's seconding it, though?
I'll second.
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed?
All the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. The next is Appeal 461. Raymond, and the last name is Ngoje. 57 Wilson Street, single-family residence, town value of $615,800. He wants to be reduced to $505,000. Because he's overvalued based on comparable sales, it's an extremely busy street, which is true. There's very little usable space on the property. A lot of repairs need to be done to the interior, and the town is welcome to visit if they'd like to. I don't know that they would like to. That's up to them. Okay. Let's see, busy street, property slopes. The property slopes up in the front, and in the back, he has almost no backyard. It's like, maybe you can, I guess you can fit if you had to walk through it, but there's not much room for anything else. I believe he gave us a picture of that. He also gave us pictures of the inside, which means, here's the backyard. If anybody wants to see it. And the inside he's got damage on the outside.
He also has an appraisal,
Inside.
right?
Yeah.
I believe he
Looks like
does.
there's an appraisal in the file.
He does have, I have an appraisal right here, that's true. Let me see what the comps were that they used. I believe I looked at them right, okay. This appraiser used Rena Place, 37 Rena Place, 26 Rena Place, and 65 Rena Place. All right near Wilson Street, I don't know, inches away. And on a quiet side street. I'm looking at the adjustments, which don't seem excessive in any way. I don't really see any issue with this appraisal. If anybody wants to look at it, they're welcome to. Anybody want it? No?
It's here.
Oh, you have it. That's right. You have it. You're right there. And then the appraiser also notes that the property slopes up in the front. There's very little yard. It's on a corner with frontage on Wilson Street, and the side is on Alberta, which is a side street. It's an older Cape Cod. He mentions that it's not in good condition. So I think that based on the appraisal, which seems to be good, I would make a motion to reduce the value to the requested amount of $505,000.
Yeah, and even though so I see the appraisal, he just made a slight adjustment for the location for $10,000, even though we have it coded as the same neighborhood. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay, well, let me throw this out there.
That's a good thing.
You're right, it's the same neighborhood, but it's a completely different street.
Well,
So
I'm
you
saying the appraisal did even a better benefit because of that, right? I mean, we are coding it as the same neighborhood. They even made it a bigger adjustment for 10.
I just have a question, because I'm not sure I get it. Well, you keep saying we code it as, who's coding what? I'm not coding anything. So
I'm looking at the field card.
Okay, but who's coding it? Are you talking about what the assessor?
Maybe it's my mistake in grammar, but I'm just talking about the field card.
It's coded as, how about that?
Oh, well, we're
All
not
right, let's vote.
Let's be clear, we aren't doing
We
any.
have a motion?
Yes, I made a motion to
Okay.
reduce it to $505,000 as requested by the appellate.
I'll
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, here we go. That, I don't know if that's it. Now, my last, oh no, I'm sorry, I have two more, okay. Next one is 616. Martin Pekarsky. Address is 301 Godfrey Road, single-family residence. The town placed a value on it of $713,000. He'd like it to be reduced to $500,000. He purchased it in 2021 for $370,000. Okay. So, and the property is not in good shape. He bought it as a rental property. he cannot rent it because it's in such bad shape. Like, people can't live in it. So they're working on it, so at some point it will be rentable, but at this point it is not. So if we use the time adjustments of 6% per year, paying $370 in 2021, he would be at $467, $116, and he's asking for $500. So he's asking for slightly more than what the time adjustment brings him to.
Did he give anything though?
Yeah.
Can you give anything?
Like any evidence?
Yeah, the evidence is the house is a mess. I think he gave us pictures. If he did or not.
I
Might
just
not
see the
have.
notary and I just see. That's all
No,
I
he might
see.
not have. No. He did not give us pictures. No, he did not give us pictures. But if we're saying that he told us he bought it in 2021, and we've done time adjustments for other properties, time adjustment on this property takes us to a little bit less than what he's asking. It can't be rented. So basically, 500,000, what did they say the land was worth?
650.
650, that's a little bit high, but. How much land does he have? Half acre, 100% good.
Half acre.
Anybody have any questions? I would say if the house were livable, I would feel differently about it. But it's just sitting there, they're working on it, they can't make any money on it, it's an income-producing property. So I don't really see that value. And like I said, we use time adjustments for other people, I don't see why we can't use it here.
I feel like when we used the time adjustments though, they had some other evidence. I don't know that we've ever,
Right.
someone came in with nothing.
Well,
I hate this, but
but do we really need other evidence when, if we're doing a time adjustment, that's the evidence?
That's a long time adjustment, though. I think we all know that.
No, it's built, he bought it in 2021, 6% a year, 4 years.
But if it was that easy, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
I feel like some of these places have gone up, not this one, obviously it's not in great shape, but like, we're seeing people with 60% increases, you know? I don't-
Okay, well, it's up to you guys. I don't see anything wrong with it. Because like I said, we've done it for other people. I don't think we can start picking and choosing who we do it for and setting a year limit on how many years we can do a time adjustment. If we do that, we're gonna start doing it to the appraisal.
I agree to an extent. Like, I agree using that as a piece of it when we look at something else in totality.
Right.
There's nothing else here. Like, he didn't even give a picture.
Right.
I understand he has his testimony, as does everyone else, but I would not, I don't know that we've ever done a time adjustment when they've given us nothing else. Like, we're doing the work, I hate it.
Okay, well, let's vote then.
So we'll just.
We're not gonna bother.
No, because I agree, but I can't in good faith without evidence do this.
Okay,
All right.
all in favor?
Do we have a second?
We don't need it.
Oh, we do.
Actually, we
Oh,
don't,
but Paulette,
what are we,
as
are
the
we
chair,
doing?
I don't, listen, I'm the chair, right? And I'm asking that just to keep us organized.
Oh, if
that's
you're
what I'm
asking, certainly.
All right, so we're gonna make a motion at the beginning, all right, so.
Which I
if we
did.
haven't, okay, thank you, then, and if did someone second it?
I'll second it.
Thank you,
All
Monique.
right, and then all in favor
All in
of
favor?
the Pelton's value of 500,000? All opposed?
Here you go. Okay. The last one is, I'm not really gonna do much with it, I just wanna clarify something. When I went in to pull the appeals out today, I found that last night oh, wait a minute, I do have one more. Sorry, one more. 704, appeal number 704. William Lewinsky, 320 Morehouse Drive. Single-family residence, town valued at $951,211. And he's asking for a value of $800. Similar homes in the neighborhood sold for $900, as well as other properties, but he informed Tyler Technologies that several improvements are needed. He's got stuff in there in the house from 1987, septic 1987, air conditioning 2004, driveway needs to be redone, it's from 1987. Expensive projects which they cannot afford to do, and he is actually located next to the power lines and the Merritt Parkway. So that's really more the issue, I think, than the inside of the house. Because I'm sure most of his, although they do have the house valued at almost $300,000, I think that most of the value, of course, is in the land at 656,512. So in keeping with what we did last night, for the other gentleman who had similar situation, excuse me, with the power lines and the parkway, and I actually drove by this house today to make sure it was where I thought it was, and it is almost directly across the street from the one from last night. So I think that he's being fair, asking us to reduce it to 800. Let's see what he's got in here. He's got all kinds of pictures of the inside. He's got some comps, 280 Morehouse. Okay. 320 Morehouse, 280 Morehouse. He's got 277 in here, the one we talked about last night. That's his. That's this guy's. I don't remember what value we gave that guy last night. I'm trying to see if there's similar houses, similar size.
Off topic, but look at the comp, the 865 Congress Street, their land assessment went up 152%.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Might double too. 150, you said?
152, that's what it says. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, did you want to know what we gave Morehouse Drive?
200.
277 Morehouse
Yeah.
Drive? It looks like 416,200.
Oh, yeah, but I forgot, his lot is much worse. This guy's lot
Like
is.
super impacted, yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite as bad. His lot, it's not great, but it's not as bad as that. So,
I mean, the comparable sale he provided, 378 Castle, that is a smaller lot and a smaller house, and that's sold for 900,000, and the appellant's asking for lower than that.
right, and you're right, it's smaller, but that's one comp of the several that he provided. And that doesn't have power lines in the parkway in its backyard.
Yeah, but that one also has like a significant ledge right in front of it. And I mean, yeah, we coded it for it, and I know there's a difference in noise versus
What's the
ledge.
one, you're saying Cascade Drive?
It is 28 Primrose. That one, I mean, I feel like that's a really good comparable, honestly. Even though it's not the highway, but the lot
highway-
size is similar.
The highway and the power lines make a huge impact.
I think
In
that
a
that would
purchase.
be less than the other.
Well, if it's less than the others, if they don't have those factors in their property.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't ignore the 145 Morehouse, which is on his street, the large,
Morehouse Drive?
yeah.
Right.
But
I'm
that's-
saying it's sold for 610, so we can't just say, oh, one sold for 900, so we should go with that number, when the one on his street, which is a larger lot and roughly-ish square footage, is 2,300, he's 26, and it sold for 610.
And I don't know, I don't remember where that is on the street, but when you come into the street, those are the numbers that are right there. So we'd be moving down the street away from the power lines. to get to that number.
Yeah, for
So I
145.
don't think I don't know for sure, I don't think that house is impacted by the power lines.
But that lot is also double.
But remember, a building lot is a building lot. Yes, there's a difference in price when a lot is bigger,
Yeah.
but how much difference?
Huge difference. It's
No.
double the size.
Not a huge difference in price, a huge difference in
Wait,
size.
but this doesn't work for your, like, if it's double in size, it's sold for 610,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that works for your,
it's sold for 610 and this guy is,
okay, yeah,
he's
yeah,
asking for
right,
800.
yeah.
And I don't know why it says unqualified for this.
Which
I
one more?
wish there was like a 145 more
It looks
house.
like they bought it from a bank.
Oh, so maybe it was an arm's length.
Yeah.
Who bought it from a bank?
It looks like
320 more
US
house?
Bank Trust, 145.
See, I don't have a problem with
Right,
that.
prior, yeah.
I have no problem with that.
So what was you said there was a condition on the 28 Primrose?
Yeah.
What was the condition?
For the ledge, because if
Yeah.
you look at the photo on the field card, like you'll see the backyard, it just like is a
Right.
significant dip. And you can't easily build on that unless you had like some serious dough or money, right? So, I mean, there is a,
What kind of condition did
they put it at a 0.9 where the appellant's at 0.95. I mean, it's the same neighborhood.
I just don't think that .95 is sufficient with the power lines and the highway there.
I would agree with that. I feel like.
I just don't think that's fair. I don't think it's enough. Can I take this?
Yeah, because even when I average out the numbers of the other, if I take out the 610, if it was like a foreclosure or something,
Yeah.
just because it's an outlier, and I average the other sales, the average is 841, and then they're not as impacted
Right,
as the
so
guy.
he-
Yeah, so I think 800 is probably appropriate.
So I'm okay with 8. Okay, so I think I'll make a motion if I didn't, so excuse me if I didn't. Make a motion to accept the appellate's value of 800,000 on this property. Is there a second?
I'll second Rodney.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And opposed?
Rodney.
Okay, there you go. Now, this is the one I thought we were ready to do before, but here we are. Last night, we heard,
Peter, this might be interesting. This was the one
yeah, this is
from,
the one from Algonquin Road that we had trouble with because it looked like it only had one number for an application,
Right.
but actually there were two. He didn't hand it in that way. He handed it in as one big thing. But here it is right here. It was on tonight's, the second piece of it was on tonight's agenda. So 611 was the house. And I don't think we need to go over it again because what we actually did on this one was we,
number?
611.
Do I have to add it, or we're not?
No, I think we can leave it alone because we reduced this and I don't think, that we don't need to talk about this again. We kind of mixed it in with what you might want to do is,
I mean, I can notate yesterday's.
Wait, so are we, what?
we're gonna have
here
to,
last night, but
Yeah.
there was, this guy he bought two pieces of property at the same time. He bought this one and then there was another number, 4 something else.
475.
one transaction.
475, it went, but it was
Okay.
one.
They have it as 2 lots.
Okay.
And they made him appeal. So he had an issue with his house and then the vacant lot had like an easement
Another
sort of
issue.
situation. So we were dealing with both, but the town gave it to us last night really as one thing. But to be fair, we're gonna have to acknowledge, we're gonna have to do something with 611. We can't just not.
So were you all here for the sixth?
Yeah.
No, Chrissy wasn't.
I was not
Okay.
here. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I know.
And so it's an Algonquin Road one, and so we all, I think it was unanimous, like we agreed, it wasn't anything major. But I'm saying from a administrative perspective right now, we're kind of in a weird spot because we have to, I don't know, at the time, we joked, I doubt they sent anything out yet, but
So last night,
710, it was 710.
710, okay, so 710 should be not 475 Algonquin, whatever the other number is.
430.
That's what I had it as.
431,
That's what I
okay.
had it as.
And then 711 is 475 Algonquin.
That's tonight? Because I only have 2 710s last night. So should I change one of those to
Yes.
711?
Yes,
So the
change
one-
475 Algonquin to 711.
Okay, I had 2 431s, but 711, let me see if it, oh,
thought you
it
said
automatically switched it.
611. Oh, yeah, I thought you said
Okay.
6, I thought you said 611.
No, mine were
711.
She did say 611, but
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
it makes sense if it's 711.
711.
The other, it goes sequentially. So, okay, so it came up as 475, but then it's saying, this is just automatically populated. I may have to change it. It's saying town amount 1792777, and then what they were asking for was 1,450, meaning 1,450,000.
And what do we give them? 1.5, right?
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we already did this one, basically.
Okay.
And I know we did the other one because we left the land, I think, the same value.
Change the, so,
There you go.
so is it coded properly now?
I think, yes.
Okay.
I just changed that one. I didn't
Okay,
change the other
okay.
one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. This one, I think I pulled out by mistake with that, so we'll put it back. It's not mine.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about Peter. You still have to go.
Sorry.
Oh my God, you guys. It's still light out.
That's right.
How could we forget about Peter?
I mean, I forgot that he hadn't gone.
All right. Appeal number 1.
Let me number 1, there we go.
I saw that in the agenda. I died.
And then it's like rushed in first day. When I was in high school, I taught swimming lessons, and it was so like cutthroat. Everyone wanted to get the Saturday morning ones because others in the week it just doesn't work. So people would ask me, they're like, "We'll pay you," because I'd come in for work, and like I don't know. There's a time that you had to come in to do it. And so they were saying, like, we're not getting up on Sunday morning at 6 a.m., but you're going to be here anyway. Would you put you have to basically punch a card through at the timestamp. And that's how they did the lottery.
And they would code it.
And they were like willing to pay. I was like 16, so I didn't take any money, but they were like, we'll give you $20 if you just please punch this at. So even before the place opened, because a bunch of lifeguards were in for the early morning swim and guarding, they wanted us to punch their cards. And so we did, and no one ever said anything. Like, that's why I like to say I'd be the worst employee about following rules. I would never, like when they're like, excuse me, you can't bring food in the movie theater. I would never say that. I'd be like, I don't care what you do, ever. I'd be fired.
I drop it.
Yeah, and even then, you ever see what the kids do with popcorn? I would never care if someone wanted to bring their own candy in. But there are employees who care. I know because I've been yelled at.
He was early and he even typed it all. It's so.
Oh, yeah, you're right. His handwriting's poor.
So, all right, this appellant, so this is, property is 2788 Black Rock Turnpike. The owner is Christopher Wegenroth, Wengenroth. All right. The town's valued this property at $691,400, and he's requesting a value of $245,000. I will say that both Laura and I heard this appeal. Laura heard it on one day, and the appellant was just, wanted to make sure that he got his point across, so I agreed to hear it again. He did, his major points are that he has major drainage issues on his property, that he has trees that are falling from the hill that is behind his house. He's claiming because it's saturated. Some of these things have fallen on some of his. He has do you pronounce it apiary? Bees, right? He has. He said he lost one time a tree fell on the beehive and killed the bees, and he had to start all over. But some of those issues there. Anyway, let me go on here. He also talks about the increased traffic on the road, which absolutely I agree. He is, right down from one of the commercial malls or whatever you would call those things. But he's not right next to them. I mean, he's not. He's down and around the corner. But he does say that that's all part of it. And that they've actually had, because of the traffic, that they've actually had some time when they were pulling into their driveway and were hit by another car and just suffered injuries. And they themselves have some physical limitations. So anyway, he claims that he calls it the bowl, that he's in the bowl of the mountain, like he's at the lowest, there's a big hill behind him, and that, he happens to be right where all the water tends to drain down. He said he installed some, major 2-inch sump pumps, and that they still, take a lot to be able to keep up. That he spends a lot of money in electricity. Let me see, where am I? Okay. So the property is, the town has the property valued at $585,600. The homes at the dwelling's only $200, and then he's got some other outbuildings there. It does have a 0.9 condition on it already. I didn't think he made a case, and I think that Black Rock Turnpike is a very difficult road. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, can we be held, is the town responsible for trees falling? I mean, yes, your neighbor, it might be your neighbor's trees, right? But, those are, he was concerned about I don't say he was concerned, he made mention of the fact that, if it's a neighbor's tree, that's not necessarily their responsibility. Like, he has to deal with the, I really don't know what the law is
That's
in
true.
that.
He says here, though, that he said he's requesting a reversal of the current assessment back to 245, what it was.
Right.
Was it ever 245?
245 in 2024, that's what it was.
Like, am I, why,
Guys.
I was waiting kind of, so
That's the
I don't know
assessment.
if any lot in.
That's the assessed, okay, I'm gonna make.
I don't know if any lot in Fairfield could be bought for 245,000 today. There's no way.
But that's not the appraised value though, so hang on, let me do that.
Assessed value.
350.
So even at 350, like for a half an acre in this land, anyways, I like that he added the photos because that does shed
Sure.
a lot of like light to how much damage is, and there is a lot of significant damage. I used to be an aviary, or I used to be a beekeeper, but anyways, I don't see how we can get down to that.
He's been before the board before and was approved.
I mean, we also have it adjusted for apiary, so that must have been like the result of that.
How much was the town adjusted?
It doesn't actually say. Over the apiary,
We basically took 0.04 and made it what, no real value? Well, never mind. I shouldn't say that.
it's almost like the farming of it, like it's a very, very small
Yeah.
amount they took and reduced that.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm good to vote.
I don't know that we can get to 245
Yeah,
either,
I wish
but,
there was a number in between.
but I do have to disagree about the no lot is worth
I
350.
like the math.
I do like that.
It's possible that that lot is really only worth.
So when he asked for the 245, that's the assessed, so 350 is the appraised of
And it
that.
is possible that a lot in that location, with you see the damage that's on it, which would probably continue over time, I don't see how that's worth more than 350. It's certainly not a lot somebody's gonna buy and build a brand new house on.
I mean, I'd buy
That's
it
not
for
the
350.
best,
though.
highest and best, pardon?
I'd buy it for 350 if that was the case.
Okay, tell them, go on.
Totally
Sure, tell
done.
it to you for that.
Done.
Then you have to figure out what to do with it.
The bees or whatever.
I used to be a beekeeper. They're actually really manageable.
Why'd you give it up?
It was not on a farm anymore. I sold that. Anyways.
All right. I'm going to did I make a motion? I didn't even make a motion, did I? All right. I make a motion to grant the appellant's appeal to 245,000.
This is Veronique. I'll second that.
All those,
Assessed though, like
But
that's important, so.
Because
right.
that 240, I mean, I'm assuming, unless he was trying to do it appraised at 245, in which case.
no, he didn't.
But again, the issue isn't so much, I mean, it'd be,
Yeah. You hate
Then
doing this
really,
part.
we're.
yeah, but I'm just saying like,
350 instead of 240.
he's shown evidence though, to an extent that there's an issue, there's an issue with the property. So it's not that he's done nothing. I like when they give nothing, I hate that when I think they're right. But if I think he's right and he's shown some evidence, I don't want to just like the car accident.
Yeah, that part.
How bad? So what is this, like the bee houses all got demolished?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
One time, yeah.
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 It's sad. They find a new high, but still, yeah.
I think that 695 is too high.
691.
Wasn't it 691, is it?
691 for.
691, I think is too much for that.
I mean, I am kind of to agree, but how do we come to and is that part of our thing? I mean, he's shown, obviously, the electric bills alone, I appreciate because he's showing how much he's got to pump those, the sump pumps just to keep it
Right.
from flooding. So I do think, you need to consider that.
I think it would be best if like they came back and came up with another figure. If we deny it, he can come back.
I mean,
But I think that, I don't want to speak for him, but I do feel like the 245 was an error. I think he put because that is the previous
Yeah.
assessed value. I think he just didn't do apples and oranges. He put the 691,400, which is the appraised value, which would correspond, if we retreated back to the 2004 number, would be 350.
Yeah.
I feel like I could get behind the 350. I don't know if I can get behind a 245 market value.
I still don't.
No, I wouldn't either. I'm saying I could get the answer, not the 240. No, that's the,
I think
That's the
350 is still really low.
Well, 350, so, yeah, I mean, that's just the land, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was the total last year. That's just reverting back to, it looks like 350, The 2024 appraisal, the land was 255.6 and the improvements was 94.4.
Does anyone know any properties valued at 350 in Fairfield? Just out of curiosity. I don't think, I don't.
I tend to think it is low, but
Yeah, I
what if
agree.
we adjust?
It's Fairfield.
Well, what, no, last night we heard one on, higher up on Black Rock Turnpike. Three something, I think it was, no,
1153 Black Rock
it
Turnpike?
was further up, it was up by the gas station.
3590?
That could be it.
We gave them 556, 883.
Yeah, so that's 5 numbers still.
Yeah, I mean, it's only half acre for whatever that's worth. It's not like it's like 7 acres of property, but 350 seems really low.
I have a lot less.
And if you apply the 6% per year, just on that, it gets you to 468,378.
Just saying.
Just saying, give or take 95 cents.
Yeah, so that's, yeah.
So that gets you to 468.
Amendment? Are you going to do an amendment?
I don't want to make the case for that, for me.
Well, if someone wants to propose something, we can, sure. I mean, if someone.
If someone's
we-
opposed.
What's the number? What's the?
Well, if you do the 6%
Yeah.
for 5 years, it's 468 and change.
Well, okay.
What's the change?
Yeah, what's the change?
468, 378.
I have no problem doing it. I just think that we need to be consistent, and we didn't do it the last time. We're saying that it's too many years. Now it's okay.
Well, I feel like it was
We need to be consistent with what we're gonna do. That's all
one-
I'm saying.
The one that you were talking about had no evidence. Though.
like this guy can see he's got issues with his
Yeah.
property. He's got increased bills because he's trying to keep the water out. Like there's something to say that or he's entitled to something. So then I am willing to work with other things because this number's too low. Unless you guys want to deny it, all right.
I
fine, you know.
mean, I said I don't have a problem with it.
Procedurally, what happens if, I mean, he rightfully so on the sheet put 245 or whatever it is, whether that was an error or not, and we're all in agreement that that is not the right number. So,
We can
Vote on that.
amend it to.
Gotcha,
Grant in
but-
part.
gotcha, okay,
But if we grant in part, they can't come back again for another 4 years.
right.
Right.
But if we give nothing,
Then
if
he
we
can come back.
deny, then he
Come
can
back.
come back. So I'm just weighing what's better.
But I'm just trying to
more
think-
Beneficial for him.
If I was doing his hearing, how would I even advise him? What would I tell him he needed to bring in order to impress us? He's going to show, oh yeah, okay, then maybe we should deny it.
Really can't, yeah.
Because I mean, like,
Right.
it's such an impacted.
Was like just denying it, then he is paying what appears to be
Yeah,
a ridiculous.
and we know
amount
it's
of
not
money
right,
on property
yeah.
That is clearly, we're all in agreement that it at least isn't at the 600 number.
But it's also like up to them. I mean, I get it.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I mean,
Well, it's not up to them if we deny it and then they're stuck with it for a year.
Yeah.
well,
So
not-
let's, does someone want to amend it? Because, we said 468,
468.
400?
468, 400, pretty much.
468, 400? All right, so I'll make a motion to amend the appellant's value to 468, 400.
I will
Someone
second
second,
it.
okay.
Because
I would
Chrissy?
need, for me, I would just need to know another property at that value to compare it to.
All right, so, all those in favor, to, that new amended value, raise your hand. Okay. All
I
opposed?
don't think I can.
I mean,
Okay.
Oh, but I hate that.
I know.
Make a note.
That you hate
Make a
that.
note. I really do hate that because I know that this is not the right value, but I
What's the
don't.
no you want me to do?
No, I'm teasing.
Oh,
I just feel like
I
they're
wasn't
just,
sure.
I think he's entitled to relief.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I can come up with a number just for the hell of it.
So this failed, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
That failed for the partial and for the, right, got it. Did we have to vote separately for this?
No.
Hold on. 1 second.
I think we have to vote separately for the,
but I feel like I made partials on all of mine and we only voted once.
okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that's right, I'm just
No,
saying
yeah.
precedent has been set today.
Vote no. Yeah, vote no.
Okay.
Okay, so Paulette and Christina voted in favor, Catherine, Peter, Katie, Peter and Ronique voted no. Okay.
What was that address again?
2788 Black Rock.
All right, this next appeal is 250, number 253. The appellant is Laura Parkington, Parkington. And the address is 133 Eastfield Drive. Okay, the town has valued this property at $714,000, and she's asking that to be reduced to $600,000. She does say she lives near high tension wires and can hear the merit. I mean, she did provide a picture, but not really a picture with the house, so I don't know. I need to probably do, I should have done look that over. All right, but anyway, she did provide some comps. Whoops. All right, so this property, as I said, was appraised at $714,000. The land is the bulk of that, $657,600. This is a 20,800 square foot piece of property. All right. She provided comps at Raina Place. All right, which was a sale, unqualified sale, in 4/22/24. That was for $495,000. That home's been appraised at $566,000.
Do we know why that was unqualified?
No, it doesn't really. I wish we do.
Maybe we should put that in as a note. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should, because like I said,
I mean, I've
don't know.
asked people, but
If the assessor's office doesn't know, a lot of times they'll just make it unqualified. You can't really do that to people.
Well, these pictures that she's showing, this is her house?
Yes.
What's the note you want?
huh?
So
You tell us,
It's a note?
please, I guess, add why they're unqualified.
I don't know. That's that a note.
Where do you see that? Let me see.
Well, ask the
Yeah,
assessor.
we can just ask them, right, if there's some information, why is it? Yeah, I mean, right, because we do have questions about
Yeah.
it, so why not give us give us some background. So I just want to go on. So Raina Place is only 5,000 square foot property. The other one, Ginger Circle, that was sold in 24 again, 2624 for 485. That's a smaller piece of property as well, 13,750 square foot. And that one was appraised by the town at 631,700. Another Raina Place, again, only a 5,000 square foot parcel. That was a sale 825 for 493. And let's see, 215 Bennett, which was a September of 24 sale for 510,000. And again, that's a 500 square foot or 5,000 square foot property. She, like I said, she has 20,800 square feet. So I make a motion to grant I didn't do that again. I make a motion to grant the appellant's value $714,000. I'm sorry, 600,000.
This is Monique. I'll second that.
Okay, sorry about that. She does have a enclosed porch, which is finished. Roz says she has a porch and a basement. But, she did provide pictures of some, a kind of a dated home, right? And it's a 2-bed, 1-bath.
And we currently have it at 631. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm looking at another field. My bad. 714.
714.
600, I thought, was the assessed,
What they're
right?
asking for.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like the comps made her case for her. Those were all, much smaller parcels of land. So,
Yeah, I think especially when we're looking at 25 Ginger Circle. I mean, if you look at the lot size half of size, and yet that sold at 40. I mean, anyways, I digress.
That's on a quarter acre, isn't it, Ginger Circle?
yeah, yes.
I would think in that neighborhood, that would be on a quarter acre.
Point
She's on,
32.
she's probably on like a half acre. No, yeah, a little more than a half.
What is
So
that?
she's just shy of a half, yeah.
Okay, so just shy of a half, so, yeah.
So, all right, so I'm going to make the motion to grant the appellant's value at 600,000. I guess I made that motion. I'm going to call the vote for it.
Can I just ask a question about, you don't think the comps prove her case. What about the comps are a problem?
I thought the value, first of all, they're older comps, and then also that these were much smaller pieces of land. So those smaller pieces of land would have, we've talked about the fact that, can you expand on them? Can you, put a garage on them or something like that, where, her land, it seems that might be the case, right? So, offer more value to them.
And I would also like to add too, like the sales were back in 2024.
The period is 2024 to 2025.
I mean, early. Like, and even if we were looking at, even if we looked at 48 Reina as a qualified sale, that's still a lower than what she would be at. That doesn't add up.
If you, and I'm not arguing that, I'm saying as far as the time, the older sales. If you go on the assessor's website and you look at what he used for sales comps, some of them go back to 2022. Now, we're not supposed to, we don't use those, but just saying that he went back that far.
Are you saying that's the case for this?
No, I'm just saying in general, you're saying that those are old. I'm saying, well, yeah, but the assessor went back even farther, so how old are those really? But
Which
whatever.
ones he used? How do you know which ones he used? Because I feel like I don't know which ones.
We don't know which ones he used for that sale, but we know that he went back in time beyond what we're supposed to be looking at. So I'm just mentioning that he went back that far, so I don't think that going back to 2024, earlier in 2024 is a big issue.
Okay, so all in favor of granting the appellant's ask to 600,000, raise your hand. Do you need me to wait, Katie? You have,
Well, I don't know, I'm just looking. Okay, yeah, they're all two bedroom, one bath. All right, I mean, this is from 23. Okay, we can vote.
okay, so all those in favor of granting the appellant's appeal to 600,000, raise your hand.
We're the same one, right?
Same one, yeah. Okay, all opposed? All right, this next appeal is number 135.
It's funny whenever you tilt your head, I do the same.
Load, I'm like, come on.
Okay, so this property, as I said, Appeal 135, the appellant is Daniel Rosa, R-O-S-A. The address is 156 Lota, L-O-T-A Drive. The town valued this property at $758,700, and the appellant is asking for that to be reduced to $630,000. The appellant did have Greg Lane provide an appraisal. I just have some questions about the appraisal. Okay, I'm not trying not to pick the appraisal apart. I just saw some things that to me were curious. First of all, on the appraisal itself, it says 10/1/20, which maybe I'm misreading it. So maybe I'm just misreading. Like on the
Now, on this sheet, on the
On
cover
the front
sheet,
page,
though,
it says
says
25.
well, I know it does on the front, but then when you go into the
Gotcha.
there was something that said so. And then, there also was a mistake in terms of like, a property address, one of the comps. But anyway, that's not that important, okay? So he did, so this home was, so he's saying 630,000. This is about a half acre of land. They said that this was, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a ranch, and let's see what else here. Okay. So he used the comps of 264 Ronald Drive.
Turn around the corner, yeah.
Okay. He did, so one of the things that I was curious about was just he did fairly large reduction for the condition. Right. And then, also I just, there was like a 10,000 adjustment for a fence, which the other, the Ronald Drive one, or I'm sorry, the Loaded Drive one, has a fence as well, I believe.
I don't even know if that house is even built for 75,000. Anyways,
Okay.
I am interrupted. My apologies.
So that was that's about a half acre as well. The quality was average, a little smaller living area, three beds, 1.5 bath.
Well, just be clear, don't you add the 10,000 for the fence because the subject has it and this one doesn't? So that's the adjustments you're making?
Right, I thought there was a fence though on the other one. That's why I'm asking. I didn't, maybe I'm, yeah, because he has a pool. The subject
pool.
actually has a pool.
It's the adjustment for the pool.
Which,
They put
and, he
fence,
says the
but-
pool's not in great condition, So, but then there's a Barry Scott, which, oh, and by the way, the sale for 930, for 264 Ronald Drive, there was a sale, 930-24 for 640K. And then Barry Scott, there was a sale on that for 10-225. That one, was adjusted up by the appraisal up to 642. That's a little bit bigger, a little over half acre, a little smaller. I mean, definitely smaller living area. Only 1087. Again, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. And that actually was an unqualified sale as well, but I don't know for what reason. And then 451 Burroughs Road, and that sale there was 11/26/24. That was 696,500. That's about a half acre, and 3 beds, 2 baths. Very good condition though, it says, but that was adjusted by 175,000 in this appeal, or appraisal, I'm sorry. Average quality, says average quality, but then it says very good, so maybe I miswrote that. But it says that's a busy road. Burroughs Road is obviously a busy road. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like he made the case for 630, but
I mean,
I'm not sure 758, 700 is the right place either.
I mean, I also like looking at 264 Ronald, right? I mean, that's a pretty comparable. But the biggest difference would be the actual house itself. I don't know. I don't understand why he would adjust it for 75 grand for the house itself when I don't even think that house could be rebuilt for 75 grand. Just like, I'm not talking about like debris or whatever insurance, but I'm just talking about like that wouldn't be valued at 75 even as the house stands. Even though that sold for 640, we had it appraised at 690, but that's beside the point. I mean, I don't see how we get to that number, even with that comp.
Well,
Just looking at that comp.
He gets to it a certain way that we don't understand because we don't have the educational background to figure it all out. That's part of the problem.
Well, that's quite the assumption. I mean,
I'm sorry, Horning, do you have credentials for appraising? If you do, I'd like.
Let's focus on.
Well, I'm just saying, we have to be careful what we say. We don't say, well, I don't believe, how do you not believe it? If you don't have the credentials to back it up, I would say, don't make those statements.
Well, one of the appeals is, one of the comps is a unqualified sale.
Okay, so throw that one out. How about the others?
Then that brings it, that's between a 696, 500 and a 630, 640. So, you know, I mean, that's still going to be above what,
So what did we?
And I don't mean to be rude, I'm sorry if it sounded that way. I'm just thinking that here we are starting with, we're starting that thing again that we did last year with the, well, let's pick the appraisals apart from, and then we thought, well, that's wrong. It isn't wrong. Now, the one qualified sale, I don't know why he used it. He's not here to ask. He might have said, maybe he didn't say anything. He usually goes into depth when he provides the appraisal. And he, by the way, he testified on record that he does them. I don't know if he did this for you too. His appraisals are done the same way for everybody, whether it's a bank, a homeowner, this, foreclosure. It's always the same, so he doesn't adjust it based on the fact that we're doing an appeal. So,
I'm not, you know, I have some questions.
Yeah,
As I was looking through it, I just can't take it.
So if we average the other two comps, it puts us at 667, 750.
Okay.
And then you're like getting close to what he already currently has.
Yeah. So what do we think about that?
What, bring it to 670, you said?
It was 660, yeah, so 670. Only because that one, I don't know about the unqualified sale and that they paid cash. I don't know if that's arm's length. I can't say. So if we toss that one out to Barry Scott and we just look at the other two and average their sales prices, we're around 670.
Okay.
And we can,
All right, I'll amend my motion to grant in part to 670. I need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you. All right, all those in favor of a value of 670? Raise your hand, or aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Does everybody vote?
I'm staying out of it.
Okay, so,
I voted yes.
You voted
I voted
yes.
We should be
yes.
questioning those appraisals, so I'm just not gonna get involved in that.
So in favor was,
Suzie, Katie, Peter,
Maybe she just turned her camera off.
okay, next appeal is number 702. The property owners are Joseph and Linda Faria, Faria. This is for 117 Fairland. The town has appraised this at $1,019,000, and the appellants are asking that to be reduced to $850,000. Let me see here, I just need to get to this.
Okay.
Oh, did you make that motion?
So I make a motion, thanks. I make a motion to grant the appellant's ask at $850,000.
I'll second, Rodique.
All right. So the, all right, so they give a pretty detailed list of the condition of the home, that's outdated, house built in 1953, renovated in 1999, adding a second floor, but no improvements since the 99 renovation. Cabinets and flooring are 27 years old. Appliances are 10 plus years old, no mudroom. Back door comes right off the deck. 1953 bathtub and toilet in the downstairs bathroom. The laundry room, washer, dryer is in the doorway to an unfinished basement off the garage entrance. Stone wall down the side of the driveway is collapsing. All right. So anyway, this is about a 20,000, actually, they do say that they have wetlands, and they did provide a map, although, let me just go, where's that map? Okay, well, I'll just continue on here. On page 29 of the file, there's a map showing wetlands that they say are going through their property there. I'm not sure where that's from, though. I mean, I'm not saying that it's just, I'm not sure where that's coming from. Because there's no indication on the card that there are wetlands. So, so they did provide several or a number of comps, all right? 159 Fairland, 95 Fairland, which is, so the appellant's property is about 20,000 square feet.
Those are just field card to field card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the ones
Yeah.
where,
And then the scales are different, got it.
So 95 Fairland was 3,836 living area. 252 Ferris Road was 2,360 living area with 22,750 or about half acre of land. 64 Shelter Rock Road, there was a sale there. That sale was on 1/7/25 for $1,117,000. That is slightly smaller than their property. And then there was another sale on 10 Boroughs, 3/14/25, which was for $885. So,
and for whatever it's worth, both of those, just the Steiner and Burroughs sold for less than they were appraised, just in terms of making an argument for this person.
yeah, actually, I didn't mention the Steiner yet.
Yeah, and
That
like
was-
Burroughs
yeah.
is in a higher neighborhood. I say higher, but
So, any discussion?
I'm surprised that's the number they're coming up with. Even with the comp sales. I mean, I get the field card to field card evaluations with the neighborhoods, but their land is different.
How much different?
I mean, you can take a look. I'm good to go.
So,
I don't know, based on the sales, and there's so much work that needs to be done on their property. They say it would take like almost 200,000 to get, and so some of these sales are of like nicer, newer homes. I mean, do we think that, I think that they're entitled to relief. I don't think it's $1 million home. Right? And I think they're,
But down to 850.
I mean, the comparables sold for 810.
A lot of almost half. I mean, the 810, yeah. I mean, it's 27,000 square feet, so it is even bigger, but still.
Yeah.
So should they have half the land, or the comp has half the land? But again,
I don't know. I didn't look up
that's
Steiner's.
what I heard you say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what Steiner's land is. I just know that it's.
Steiner's is almost 27,000 square feet land.
That's a subject.
The subject is 20,000.
Okay, yeah, so it's larger, yeah, and that
Not that much
and
larger.
that's sold, right, and that sold for 810. They're asking to go to 850.
So, well, I mean, unless someone has something they want to amend, I'll put it out to a vote, okay? Sure. All right, so, anyone, let me rephrase that. For all those in favor of granting the appellant's ask at 850,000, raise your hand. Okay. All those opposed?
Okay.
All right, next appeal is,
Wait, who, I'm sorry, who was in favor?
Paulette, Katie, and
Okay.
Tricky.
and, okay, so the next one is 702.
Wait, is that what you just did?
No, that's
We just did that one.
yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
You sure I did?
Sorry, Peter.
117, Fairline Avenue.
Okay, all right, so I've got the wrong, okay. That's not good. All right, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to
393.
393 and then I'll find out which one I didn't. All right, so 393, the owner is Sylvia DeJaramillo, try that again.
DeJaramillo?
Jaramillo, yep. DEJARAR, let me sorry again. Sorry, Stephanie. DEJARAMILLO. Okay, and the town has valued this property at $1,040,600, and the appellant is asking for that to be reduced to $823,700. I make a motion.
Wait a minute, it's 1 million, I'm sorry.
40.
$1,040,600.
Okay, so, okay.
And the appellant is requesting a value of $823,700.
Can I get these after you're done, the ones that you're doing?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Let's just, no. Well, I guess I'm gonna find out which ones I.
Yeah, so you might want to hold on to it until you figure out.
Here, well, I know for sure I do those. Okay.
You still need this though, this one you're looking at now.
No, we can- All right.
Sorry.
Okay, so I make a motion to grant the appellant's value at $823,700.
This is Ronique, I'll second that.
Okay, so this appellant came in and just said, this is has unique characteristics. There is no sewer. It's a septic. It's on ledge, so she says not very usable, difficult to build and landscape. She does say the roof needs to be replaced. It's 1970. She does have a permit for an accessory unit and work. She says work has not been done. She said no plumbing, yes, electric, but I did see in the field card that there was an added bath and kitchen. So I'm pretty sure that was before the appeal. So anyway, she gave some comps, 64 Peppermill, which was sold for $1125 for $750,000. Again, so let me just say the appellant's land is 30,492 square feet and 2,368 living area. All right, the Paper Mill, I think it's actually called Paper Mill. Just think of that restaurant.
All right.
Is about half the size of that lot. That one sold, as I said, sold for $1125 for $715. That is 15,040 square feet. 176 Napus, sold $7,625 for $782, and that has about 20,000 square feet and is 1,600 in living area. Falmouth, 39 Falmouth, sold on 8/28/25 for $930,000. And that has 24,000, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that, has 2,470 living area and 14,431 square feet. All right, not going to be able to say this one, you guys can help me. Believe it's 80
That's a peak one.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, so that was sold on 1/8/25 for $840, and that one is 1,893 living area and 9,375 square feet. And then 296 Bulkley, which was sold 11/4/24 for $820 and has 1,382 living area and 20,120 square feet. Okay.
The
So,
only one in her neighborhood would have been the 176 Nepos, right? All the other ones are five. If I'm not mistaken,
I'm sorry, all the others are what? I didn't-
are outside of the neighborhood.
Well, the Sassa Pequon is probably, just based on name, it's probably in that area. Paper Mill, no, Paper Mill's over by Ludlow.
Yeah, so I think the only, I mean, not that that's a,
782 and 840.
not that that's a reason in itself, but I mean, just pointing that out.
so again, just, looking at them, she provided comps, she said there are some limitations to her, her land. I mean, she does have a pretty big piece of land, and then she also does have this accessory unit that is in the works. I'm not sure she should come down to 823,700. So if someone wants to propose something different.
I mean, I don't want to do a partial. Well, that's me, but anyone else obviously make their case. But I mean, judging from 176 Nepos, I mean that sold for 782, even above the appraised value too. Not that that really matters, but what I want to say with that is it's not as great as the appellants, and I get they did an adjustment to 823 from 782, but I still feel like it should be above that for their property, especially with the size lot, and the house is in better condition, the appellants.
All right, well, I'm making a motion, all in favor of granting the appellant's value to 823,700, raise your hand.
Who seconded that?
Ronit.
Oh, I did.
Okay, so Paul, okay, and then all opposed?
Okay.
Just so I'm clear, we're leaving it the way it was, but there was no partial or anything?
No partial.
Hope she goes to court.
Yeah, she's not worth $1 million, but so many of her comps are not really comps.
I mean, maybe it's hard to tell.
No. So it looks like basically they took the garage and made it a room.
All right, let me take a look.
Yeah,
It's not like it's it's a house, and then what was a garage looks like it's now
and then built on top.
a room, right? Yeah.
All right, this is Appeal 444. You can pass these down to, I don't know, the cover sheet for that
Oh,
133 is not there, I don't know.
okay.
This is Appeal 444. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so this is, the owners of this property are Joshua and Kristen, Kristen, Merly, Merly.
It's TEN, not TIN.
I thought it said TIN.
Okay.
Let me actually, it is TIN, yes. It is TIN. All right, thanks. All right, so this is 341 Fairland Drive. The town has valued this property at $862,400, and the ask by the appellants is $810,000. All right. The appellants did have an appraisal for removal of PMI. All right, so they came in at $810,000 on this, which is what they
Or asking.
what they're asking, and so they had this appraisal and they bought this in 5/14/25, but it is an unqualified sale.
With
Why
no
is
price.
that?
It's no price. It just doesn't meet like for calling it an arm's length transaction. It doesn't meet the qualifications of having it listed as a sale list for.
I understand the definition.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, we don't know the real reason why. It could have been a bank. Could have been
I believe actually that is-
It could have been it could have been in the family.
Yeah, no, I believe it was a bank, there was a bank
Okay.
involved in that.
I mean, regardless, it's $0.
So, okay, so anyway, let's, so there is a 0.9 condition on there's a topographic wet condition. It's about half an acre of land. There are some comps on page 12 of the file, but 125 Vesper, okay, that's a 5,000 square foot piece of property. All right. And that's, and then 343 Steiner, which I think we just talked about, right? That's, 27,000 square feet on 0.62 acres. Woodcrest. All right, and these were adjusted. I'm just looking at the adjusted, they adjusted them to Woodcrest to 838,675, Jennings, 1646 Jennings, to 781,110, 684 Applegate Road. The adjustment was 873 to 830, and then 60 Winnapogue, which was 913,599. Again, I don't want to the appraisal, bank appraisals tend to be more of, right, like this was just about like a reducing of, or getting rid of PMI, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, it was to get rid of the PMI, but it still has to be a valid appraisal, and they're not going to, the bank is not looking to get rid of the PMI, let's put it that way. It is not in their best interest. So they're not looking to give a value that's gonna, unless they have to, that's gonna work out for them. So I wouldn't.
well, do you feel like these are good comps, and, like Vesper,
I don't like Vesper, but, wait, what street are we on again?
or no, Fairland?
I don't think Vesper's a good comp, but the other ones are. And, the size of the lot, again, I don't think I
It
mentioned.
does have it does have, some conditions.
A building lot's a building lot. And there are some wet conditions. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't know if that means that the ground is wet or if they're wetlands, which are two different things, but we don't know because we'll have to go with, okay, there's a factor there that we should consider.
Is she requesting 810 or 567?
810.
I think we can-
7 was assessed, and it looks
Yeah.
like they
Yeah,
grossed it up.
yeah.
So she's requesting 810 even though we have it at 862.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to make a motion, everyone in favor of granting the appellant's value of 810, raise your hand.
Aye.
Opposed, nobody opposed. All right. That was it.
I have a question. Back to 253, the one you handed me, which was 133 Eastfield Drive. It said the ask amount was 600,000, but here on this page, it's 600 is crossed out and 500 is written. I don't know if you saw that.
What was that? What was that appeal number?
253.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that was, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Didn't have a cover page. So.
How do we vote on that one?
Yeah, how did we vote on?
We voted, it failed, but we voted for 600 to give them 600.
So and then we can vote for 5, but it would be even lower.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so it would fail either way, but in terms of,
Record keeping,
Yeah, it
change
has
it to
to-
500 since that's.
All right, well, why don't we just,
well, hang on, though, when I looked this up, they have handwritten in 600 was their ask.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what, maybe
well,
they
this
made
was
an
during,
adjustment.
I mean, this was during the, is that the application?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the application.
Let me
so you're
just-
saying during the hearing, they said,
During the
actually, I want to go to
hearing,
5?
Yeah, let me, I mean, usually I change it on more than one spot.
Let me just see if it's,
Yeah, I changed it in both places, so.
okay.
So I'm changing it to 500.
All right, so I think we should just re-vote on that, then, all right? This is Appeal 253.
We had previously denied it at 6, but
You want for 5.
the actual ask was to go to 5.
So, was it unanimous?
Paulette was in favor of giving it to them and everyone else disagreed. It was 140.
So, I'm just going to make the motion that we grant the appellant's value to 500,000. All in favor? Okay, all opposed?
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thanks. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh, is that it?
That's it. So, listen, I am glad that we were finished early. I just, maybe we should start to build some like into our back pocket to take advantage of.
Yeah. What were we going to go till 9?
I probably have a few in my spreadsheet if you want. I don't know what the rule is about having to, like, you have to post which ones you're doing, like, is there a notice period?
I mean, I have a 6 a.m. flight.
I'm not dying to stay either, but I'm just saying I could if.
Otherwise, I
you
would.
know.
I totally normally would.
I'm good with adjourning.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
So moved.
In favor, aye.
Yeah.
722.